What a beautiful day for baseball. The second baseball game of the day between Valley View and Benton. It's the 5A Baseball State Championship from the beautiful Majestic Park as we welcome you into the broadcast booth. I'm JB Brazil alongside my man Kevin Bohannon, the guru. Kevin, this is one of those games where it's going to feel like a college game. Talent everywhere. There's a ton of college signees. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, in total in the senior class, you got 16 signees. You got 2 juniors that are already committed. And Sawyer Wilson for Benton, he's going to go to UCA. And then you got Will Finley, who's going to be on the mound for Valley View. He's committed to Arkansas State. So, yeah, that college atmosphere. You got college coaches. You got a few pro scouts in the stand as well. Look at both of these teams today.
That's right. Coach Silva in attendance for Finley and a handful of others. He wants to watch a good game also. Valley View, the visiting team, and Keaton Mathis going to be a guy to watch out for the Blazers.
Yeah, originally committed to the University of Arkansas, changed his signee close to signing day to Arkansas State University. He's hitting .444, catching for this Valley View team. Not as many innings on the mound this year, but he's been very effective. 2-0 with 3 saves, a 1.91 ERA. He's the catalyst that makes this motor run for the Blazers.
For Valley View, looking for their sixth title game in a row, looking for a three-peat. What's it going to take for the win?
Yeah, run. The Blazers love to run. They have 177 stolen bases on the season. They want to lead with their experience. They've got, like we said, 11 signees that are going to play college ball next year. Lean on that experience.
So for Valley View, that's what it's going to look like. Benton on the other side, they're looking for their second ever state championship. They won it back in 2009. If they're going to do it, Sawyer Wilson likely going to have a hand in it.
Yeah, Sawyer Wilson's their leadoff. He's playing third base. He can play anywhere on the infield. May be relied upon to come in on the mound as well. JB's got 39 innings, a 4-3 record, 41 strikeouts, a 3.35 ERA.
You know, it's always a tall task. Valley View got the best of Benton in a closer game back on March 6th. It was an 8-5 Valley View win. Benton wants revenge. What's it going to take?
Yeah, they're going to have to shut down the Valley View running game. They know how opportunistic the Blazers can be on the base path. So Blake Mitchum, pitch ahead, early contact, early strikes. He'll be good to go.
Beautiful weather, 71 degrees at first pitch. It's coming up when we return.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TD Sports. Better connected together, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas. UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas TD Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uamshealth.com.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Welcome back to Majestic Park. Valley View, the visiting team, 29-2. Benton, 26-7. The winner of this one takes it all in the 5A state title for the Blazers. It'll be Owen Roach, Keaton Mathis, and Barrett Mallett. 1, 2, 3 in the lineup. Levi Martin, Noah Ragsdale, and Will Finley in the 4, 5, and 6 spots. And then Parker King, Madden Tatum, and Cannon Driscoll round out the order against Blake Mitchum for the Panthers. The southpaw looking to shut down the Blazers.
Yeah, really good fastball. He will throw off that fastball. He's got a really good slider curveball combination. He will throw the changeup at times. And for our listeners and our viewers at home, if you've seen the name Owen Roach before, he was the Slade protector. He hit behind Slade Caldwell his senior year. Third straight state title game for Roach. Now he's at the leadoff position.
He's grown up a ton since that first one. Here we go. We're ready. First pitch is a swing and a miss from Blake Mitchum. The fastball is Owen Roach not able to connect. 0-1. Our count with a 4:05 start time. So right on cue and right on in there for another strike is Blake Mitchum. It's 0-2.
Yeah, big lefty, loves to work downhill. He's got a lot of good tilt on that fastball, and he can mix it up. He can have a cut fastball, then he'll have a little two-seam action as well.
That one coming up and in, trying to paint that black, move him off the plate a little bit, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and you'll see a really good zone today. Our home plate umpire is Bryant Bowerman. It's his second state championship game. Robbie Garr will be at first. It's his second state title game, and Kenny Aiken at third.
So some veterans, and Aiken's in his sixth, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Kenny does a lot of college ball, and he loves to give back to the high school game as well. A really good official in the state of Arkansas.
I've seen Kenny Aiken at some UCA baseball games as well in the Atlantic Sun. There's a line drive fouled back to the netting. Owen Roach doing what a good leadoff hitter does, fighting at the dish.
Yeah, this team will not strike out a lot. Valley View loves to have those tough at-bats and puts pressure on you. That's the trademark of their game. They're going to put pressure on you every at-bat, every pitch.
Another two-strike pitch. That one's popped up on the infield. Left side, shortstop. Marcus Bates camps underneath it, and he makes the catch for the game's first out. As we look at Benton defensively, it's Snellings, Pelkey, and Robertson left to right in the outfield. Wilson, Bates, Hillis, and Curry left to right on the infield. Micah Bates, the catcher, and Blake Mitchum on the bump.
Yeah, Marcus Bates right there. Going to Crowder Junior College. We talked yesterday about Ace DeWeese from Pulaski Academy. They're going to be teammates next year.
How about
and
that?
Yeah, Marcus Bates has a D1 future in front of him.
First pitch to Keaton Mathis misses up and away. So Owen Roach, you mentioned the Slade protector. One of the best players at the high school ranks in the state of Arkansas, potentially in history, Slade Caldwell. A very high draft pick from Valley View.
Yeah, you don't see very many first-round draft picks. You can only name a few in Arkansas State history. Torrey Hunter, Dustin Mosley come to mind. Slade's having a really good pro career.
Next pitch to Mathis is swung on and foul-tipped into the catcher's mitt. Keaton Mathis, another one of those seniors. He's been at a state title game plenty of times. He's a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, 4 straight for Keaton, looking for his 3rd ring.
Swings and pops this up. Right side. Who wants it? First baseman's over. Got room. Curry battling things a little bit, but a nice job by Chris Curry's son, the head coach of the Trojans of Little Rock. Curry puts it away.
Yeah, Curry hit a 3-run home run last week in the semifinals against Greene County Tech. Benton exploded for 9 runs in that big inning they had, and the catalyst was Curry with that one. He's just a sophomore, got a lot of good baseball in front of him.
Well, how about the start for Blake Mitchum, the junior? He's retired the first 2 hitters. It brings in the sophomore now, Barrett Mallett, starting third baseman for Valley View, and Mitchum pumps in a strike to begin the at-bat.
Yeah, Mallett is the one that's been the unsung hero this year. He leads the team in RBIs and hitting over 400.
It's a pretty nice average for a 10th grader. Certainly does not play like a 10th grader.
Yeah, when you're hitting third in the Valley View lineup in the middle of all these seniors, you know you're doing your job.
He is sandwiched between 2 different seniors. Fouls that off to the right side. So the 1 and 2 hitters, both seniors in Roach and Mathis. Then it's Mallett, the sophomore. Then 2 more seniors to follow in Levi Martin and Noah Ragsdale. So that speaks volumes of Barrett Mallett's ability offensively as well as defensively.
Yeah, he's going to play the hot corner over there at third base. Got to have a lot of trust in the guy that's over there. Think of some good third basemen. Caden Wallace comes to mind.
That's right, one of the best.
Off to a great start in Double-A this year for the Harrisburg Senators. He prepped at Greenbrier, of course, missed out on his senior year due to COVID, but he's off to a great start this year. Finally healthy.
Part of that Nationals organization. Was in the Royals, ended up getting traded over to the Nats.
Yep, ran into some injury problems, started the bat, but he had 10 home runs last year in 121 games, and he's already got 9 this year. JB, and hitting close to 300. The slugging percentage has gone up over 200 points.
Man, that's so great to see for Caden Wallace. Barrett Mallett takes that one up and away, so a good job working the count against Mitchum. It's what you want to see out of the 3-hole hitter. Mitchum, though, trying to put him away. Fastball fouled straight back again. A great battle here with 2 outs to the top of the first.
Yeah, Bencham's not going to come down into their zone. He's going to stay right at the top of that zone with the fastball. And it's, you know, like we talked about, it's got good tilt, but it's got right there at the end of it, so it's going to be at the top of the zone. It's so hard to lay off of.
2 balls, 2 strikes, up and away, and now the count's full. Nice job at the dish for Barrett Mallett. After Roach and Mathis were out, seemingly soft contact, a nice job working the count.
Yeah, and then you got Levi Martin, who's going to be a Central Missouri Mule next year, possibly as a pitcher, possibly as a two-way guy.
He's waiting on deck. He wants to bat in this inning, and the way that Barrett Mallett is swinging the bat, he's hoping he can work a walk or find a way on to give Martin that chance.
Absolutely. And talk about Martin. He had a 3-hit shutout in the first round against Alma for these Blazers. They won that game 1-0.
A little bit of a scare, I would say. Alma, the 4 seed. I mean, again, anytime you make it to the state tournament, you're going to be playing good talent. It's hard to make it, but for Valley View, the pitching by Martin was monumental.
Yeah, and you know, last year 3 number 4 seeds upset a 1. You had 2 make it to the semifinals in Greene County Tech and BB, so not unheard of, but all 4 number 1 seeds won the first round this year.
And how about it? Barrett Mallett works the walk on that one inside. That's the kind of at-bat you want to see in a state title game, and that's the game's first base runner as Levi Martin will come into the dish.
Yeah, we've seen, you know, over the years, Valley View has rolled out these sophomores, and I remember Noah Ragsdale 2 years ago, his sophomore year, had that big double. He had 2 hits in that win over Maumelle to give Valley View their first state championship in this, what could be a three-peat. So, you know, big time, big moment here for Levi Martin.
Bats from the right side with a runner at first base in Barrett Mallett. He's on the roof. They're doing what they do best, swipe bags, and they've got another one. Runner in scoring position just like that for the Blazers, and that is the name of the game for Valley View.
And that is number 178 on the year for the Blazers. We were talking earlier today about Taylor having 144, and I kind of shocked Wes. Wes Moore was my partner this morning. I was like, just wait, Valley View, they got a little bit more.
So far, they have put it on full display. Now a base hit to the outfield drives in a run, and after Mitchum retired 2 very tough hitters in Owen Roach and Keaton Mathis, a walk and a swipe of second, and Valley View's got business in the top of the first.
Yeah, Levi Martin has got power. He can get power to all fields. He can go line to line, gap to gap.
Mitchum from the stretch, big lead over at second. That one's drilled to right field, down the line, slicing foul and out of play, but Martin tags that down the line.
Yeah, we talked about it. There were some people pulling in over there, and I kind of warned them. I was like, guys, it's not a matter of should you park there. Yeah, I'm just saying you can, but I don't know if you should.
You might have a broken window or two.
Especially in this game. You got some guys that can stretch that 305 and 325 down the lines.
Martin trying to protect at the plate now against Blake Mitchum. And a step off the rubber. Looks the runner back to second base, and we'll do it again.
Yeah. Benton, you know, holding him close right there. Of course, Marcus Bates is in his pocket, but second baseman Andrew Hillis is, you know, they could put on the flash plate any moment.
1-2 to Martin. Curveball fought off. That one was a slow breaker tailing to the outer portion, and Martin, a nice job to poke his bat out there.
Yeah, that's what we call a show-me curveball, just to change the speed, change his eye level a little bit. Now I wouldn't be surprised if he bust him in hard with a fastball.
Martin trying to protect again. Another 1-ball, 2-strike count with Barrett Mallett at second. Mitchum delivers, and he got him. Swing and a miss. So Valley View, a walk and a stolen base, but he is stuck at second. Mitchum, but it's a big strikeout. And the Benton Bats are coming up right after this.
Hi, I'm Carlton Wing, Executive Director and CEO of Arkansas TV. For nearly 60 years, Arkansas's only statewide public television network has been part of your home, informing, inspiring, and strengthening communities across our state. That commitment hasn't changed. What continues to guide us is a simple promise: to tell Arkansas stories with care and integrity. We are renewing our focus on local storytelling, highlighting the people, places, culture, and history that make Arkansas special. But we can only fulfill this mission with your partnership. If you already support Arkansas TV, thank you. If you are able, we hope you'll consider making a gift today. Your contribution is an investment in education, in local storytelling, and in everything that makes public television an essential resource for Arkansans. We're committed to serving Arkansas today and for generations to come. Thank you for being part of the Arkansas TV family.
Want to see more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas TV on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand. Scan the QR code to subscribe now.
Well, Benton's defense able to hold Valley View off the board. Their offense will come to the dish. Sawyer Wilson, our player to watch, will lead things off, followed by Marcus Bates and Easton Sellings. A.J. Houston, Caleb Curry, and Blake Mitchell will bat 4, 5, and 6. And then Noel Robertson, Micah Bates, and Landon Pelkey will bat in the 7, 8, and 9 spots against Will Finley, the Arkansas State commit. He's got some juice.
Yeah, and popped onto the scene last year in that final win over Marion. Came in and closed the game out. I think he had 3 innings of no-hit baseball, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Didn't walk anybody, just shut the Patriots down and gave their Blazers their second straight state championship.
So big when you've got guys that have played in the big dance before to control the emotions. You can stay a lot more cool, calm, and collected because you've been there. It really helps out in games like these.
Yeah, we saw it with Jacob Vandenberg for Taylor earlier. Second time he's pitched in the title game.
That one's driven into right center field. Going to be a long run, but a nice job by Noah Scutero. He gets on his horse and he tracks it down.
Yeah, I tell you what, there is a ton of speed in this outfield, going with Owen Roach in right field. Then you got Scutero in center field, and Parker King, who's a 4.5, 4.4 guy on the football field. They can straight fly. They'll cover the green ocean out there for sure.
It's a no-fly zone out there.
It is.
In outfield for Valley View. Marcus Bates going to Crowder. Will stand in now. We talked about him being going to be future teammates with Pulaski Academy's Ace DeWeese. DeWeese, a state champion. Bates is hoping that he will also end up a state champion. Curveball, that one falls off the table, and Finley's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Bates he's going to be an infielder at the next level. I think the bat will come around. He's got a 6'2" frame. He's going to add some muscle to that frame, and he's going to add a lot of pop. But he's a really good contact hitter right now.
Going to have to protect the plate against Finley. 0-2 just out in front as he pokes it foul down the third baseline. So we'll do it again with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, Finley tried to double up right there with the breaking ball, and Bates was sitting on it and just got a little around it right there. Keep the hands on that, drive it down the line right there. You got a double.
Not a bad pitch from Finley. Up a little bit more than probably he would have liked.
Yeah, 0-2 pitch. You got to bury that pitch, and he knows it too. Keaton Mathis. Mathis is a pillow back there, and you've heard me talk about it. You don't want to be a wall, you want to be a pillow.
And a pillow he is. Goes to the curveball again, and he struck him out for out number 2.
That's what he wanted on the 0-2 pitch right there. You got the replay right there. Just falls off the table. Mathis does a great job tagging him out with his glove. Not the ball. Good job, Keaton.
Gets a wink from Will Finley as well. So 2 gone. It'll be all up to Easton Snellings, another sophomore batting in that 3 spot. And he swings to the first pitch and grounds it to the second baseman. Ragsdale up with it to first. And a 1-2-3 go the Panthers in the home half. We've played 1 from Hot Springs. We're still scoreless.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TV Sports. Better connected together, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Join the ranks of corporate sponsors and business partners at Arkansas TV. Your support will shine a light on your business with recognition on air and at major community events. Plus, our viewers love the businesses that underwrite their favorite programs. Showcase your company while making a meaningful impact on lifelong learning. Partner with Arkansas TV to build a brighter future for our state.
Sports fans, scan that QR code on your screen to contribute. Every dollar goes directly towards supporting these broadcasts. Every bit helps us continue to showcase these amazing student athletes and their communities. Together, we can keep the spirit of Arkansas sports alive right here on Arkansas TV Sports. Visit arkansastv.gov/sports.
Well, so far early, as we welcome you back to Majestic Park, it's been a pitcher's duel. I'm JB Brazil alongside Kevin Bohannon and the rest of our wonderful crew here at Arkansas TV Sports. Top of the second's upon us. The first pitch is a swing and a miss from Noah Ragsdale, the senior.
Yep, sophomore year, had 2 hits in that state championship game. That's where I dubbed him Mighty Mouse. He's a spark plug on this squad.
We've talked about making it to the state title game, and Valley View's become almost like a second home for them. It's huge. Whenever you've been here as a sophomore, now you're a senior, emotions can come into play, the nerves, but you can settle in maybe a little bit more easily since you've been here before.
Yeah, these guys that are seniors now, they were just role players. You see the foul ball right there. It caught Micah Bates behind the plate, rattled his cage a little bit. He seems to be doing okay. They're going to get back after it. But those guys that were role players 2 years ago, now it's their team. They're the leaders of this squad.
Going to have to battle at the plate, though, is Noah Ragsdale. Mitchum, the 1-2 up and away. He likes it up and away. With that 2-strike pitch, he's lived there a time and time again.
Yeah, he's just changing the eye level right now and then bust it down and in. Got a good 3-pitch mix. Looks like he's going to go back to the fastball right here.
And he does, but it's just above the strike zone to run the count full.
Yeah, just a bit up right there. He's going to have to adjust down. Mitchum's a big kid, so he's going to get that tilt going downhill a little bit more.
Payoff pitch, just a bit inside, maybe too tall as well. What an at-bat for Noah Ragsdale. He was down in the count, and he works the walk.
Yeah, foul it off when you need to, battle it off. Now you got a chance. Let's see if they get them rolling right here. 1 stolen base already. And, you know, having a left-handed pitcher up, you know, they're either going to go on first move or it's going to be a read. They want to be aggressive right here. They got the pitcher up, Will Finley. Finley's good with the stick, too. He's not hitting in the 6-hole just because he's in the lineup. So maybe they get something going right here.
So the leadoff base runner aboard, Will Finley, 6-hole hitter, as you mentioned. A team that's swiped 178 bags this year. They like to run. One of the most aggressive teams in the state, K-Bo.
Yeah, in the state history, going back a couple of years ago when they had Slade on the team, they had even more stolen bases that year. Set a state record.
It's become a staple for a Coach Allison Blazer team.
Yeah, when they started changing the bats and everything, you had to adjust your coaching philosophy, and Coach Allison just wants to put pressure on you on every pitch.
Certainly makes it tough. The 0-1 pitch is popped up, foul. Uh-oh, we got a balk first. Mitchum balks. That's going to allow Ragsdale to second base. And those are the types of things where you talk about aggressiveness comes into play, and uh-oh for Benton.
Yeah, first base umpire Robbie Garr called it out right there. Mitchum kind of rolled through it a little bit. You kind of want to speed it up. Maybe he was going to a slide step. We don't know. But he just got to make sure and you get a good replay at it right there. Kind of, yeah, he hung up a little bit. That's what the call was right there. He had a little hanger.
Kind of hitched a little bit as he was going. That's a big-time play. So nobody out runners at second base. Will Finley, a chance to drive in a run early. Curveball's popped up, foul pull side. Coach Allison giving some instruction. Let him know he's a bit out in front of that.
Yeah, just a bit. When you can foul a ball off behind you as a right-handed hitter, yeah, you're a little early on that one.
Valley View, the best offensive chance of either team today. Finley with Parker King waiting in the on-deck circle. He's going to have to protect now. 0-2, up and away again with a 2-strike pitch from Mitchum.
Yeah, he's got to find a feel for that off-speed pitch. We just haven't seen it very much out of him. He's been predominantly fastball. If he can find that breaking ball, it's going to be tough on these Valley View hitters.
Finley choking up on the bat again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waits on the pitch from the lefty. That one's lined to center field. Hit it on the button. Runner Ragsdale had to wait to see if it was going to be caught. He was on his way back to second. Nice job deking in center field was Landon Pelkey, and that saves a run.
Yeah, Landon Pelkey deked him right there. It wasn't a Peyton Holt level deke against Florida a couple years ago on a fly ball, but he did a really good job of playing it right. Now, here's the interesting part. You got first and third offense, first and third defense. This is where you really start to see something going right here.
We'll have a courtesy runner over at first base. It's Brody Freeman, the sophomore, to run for Valley View. So they'll have runners at the corners and nobody out. And Parker King, the left fielder, a chance to do some damage for the Blazers. He puts down a bunt, safety squeeze, right side, not gonna be a play anywhere. Throw gets away on the flip to the plate. It's 1-0 Valley View. King moves to second. They're second and third. Nobody out for Valley View, and Parker King laying down a perfect bunt.
Speed kills, JB. You talk about Parker King and the speed he has. Now Bart Ballesteri coming out to talk to his team. Talking to Blake Mitchum, get the out right there. It was already in a situation where, look, we got to get an out, stop the bleeding right here. Just kind of settle his team down a little bit.
You saw the pitcher, Mitchum, with a backhand of the glove. He tried to flip it with his glove. That's a really tough play to make. And I don't even know if the throw's there. It's going to get him anyway.
Yeah, take the out when they give it to you. That's the thing about this Valley View team. When they can get to going on you, they were down. They were up 3-2. Van Buren had a lead last weekend on them 2-0. Valley View scores the next 14 runs. Next thing you know, it's ball game in the 6th inning. Yeah. You look up that quick, it could happen.
Valley View's got that type of offense, but more than that, it's the aggressiveness and the base running, the stealing. They can do it all, and they're not done yet. Second and third, nobody out for Valley View in the top of the second. And Madden Tatum, the senior designated hitter, will stand in. Lefty-lefty matchup against Mitchum. First pitch is a nice high looping curveball in there for a strike.
The guy they call Mad Tat is heading to Jacksonville State next year. Really good on the mound. He's got 7 home runs this year as well, so.
One of the most powerful 8-hole hitters in the state, I would say.
Yeah, and it's just the thing, you know, he came on kind of late, and in Josh Allison's program, just really didn't develop like the other guys did, but got a lot of potential at the next level if he can figure it out.
1-1, some velo, but misses down and away by Mitchum, so a hitter's count to a dangerous Madden Tatum. And we've talked about this before here at this ballpark, down the right field line, 305. Left-handed hitters, if you get a hold of one to the right side, that's your best chance to leave the yard. Mitchum does not want that to happen. 2-1 is fouled away to even the count.
Well, we've only had 1 home run in the state championships on the baseball side this weekend. That was Cooper Bodie in the top of the first inning. Brooklyn had gone down 3-0 Pulaski Academy. Cooper Bodie led off with a solo Oppo Taco to left field.
Against UCA signee William Svoboda.
Yeah.
And he went to one of the deeper parts of the ballpark. Tough for a left-handed hitter to do, but Bodie, a highly touted recruit for Brooklyn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, though. Swing and a miss, and they got him. Mitchum, a big-time strikeout to get a tough Madden Tatum.
That's a really big strikeout right there. Just looked like he took a little bit off the fastball right there. Tatum just out in front just a little bit.
And in a game like this, all it takes is just a little bit of an adjustment, take a little bit off, the timing's off just by a hair, and it ends up in a K.
Yeah, Cannon Driscoll starting shortstop for Valley View coming on right here. Transferred over from Greene County Tech before last year.
Trying to flip the lineup over with runners at second and third and 1 out. He pops this one up into shallow right field. Foul ground. Long run for the first baseman. He makes a basket catch. Oh, my. They got a chance to get the runner at second base. The throw down's low. Here comes the runner from third. And they didn't get him. He dropped it at the plate. The catcher. And the throw was there, but Valley View able to score, and it's 2-0.
What a catch by Curry down the line, over the shoulder, a la Willie Mays style. See it on the replay right here, loses the hat, has the frame of mind to turn around and shoot the ball home real quick. See Micah Bates right there. There's the tag. The ball came out right there. It's what Mark Ballesteri's talking to home plate umpire Bryant Bowerman about. Because there was contact before the tag. I was like, did he slide right there? I think that's what Coach Ballesteri's talking to him about.
Regardless, as it stands right now, Benton was that close to a double play, which would have kept it 1-0, but I don't think Coach Ballesteri is going to win that conversation, at least in terms of getting the out. So now the top of the lineup back due up, and it's 2-0 Blazers, but I don't want that to get lost on that catch by Caleb Curry. That was incredible.
Yeah, outstanding catch, and just the frame of mind to throw it back home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
That's the high baseball IQ. It's like he comes from a baseball family.
Something like that. He's got it in his blood. It's in his genes.
The son of Little Rock Trojan head coach Chris Curry.
Yeah, good luck to the Trojans.
That's right.
They're in the OVC third place game this afternoon.
High curveball. Owen Roach was enticed, and he swings and misses.
That was the best curveball from Mitchum so far. It had good two-plane break on it. You could really see it really kind of had that downward spin to it that he's been missing. Got on top of that one.
1-1 curveball. That one's over the heart of the plate, but he might get out of the inning. Popped up in foul ground. Long run for the third baseman in foul ground. It's Sawyer Wilson who corrals it, but Valley View gets on the board with a couple of runs, and they're up 2-0 after an inning and a half.
As our nation marks 250 years, we honor the heroic service and sacrifice of our military and their families. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Noah Wiley, Melissa Leo, Andy Grammer, Mickey Guyton, Jamie Johnson, Mary McCormick, Laura Osnes, and Alan Jackson. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Tomorrow evening at 7.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Sports fans, get your live action photos from the game at arkansastv.gov/sports. Grab free downloads. Have prints made. These are great championship keepsakes.
Yes, they are. As we roll on to the bottom of the second, glad you're with us. JB Brazil, Kevin Bohannon, the rest of our wonderful crew here. Beautiful Majestic Park. It's the final day of the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships. They always seem to fly by, Cabo.
They do. Spring sports is always a sprint. Whether I was a player, coach, umpire, broadcaster, they always fly by. You get 10 weeks and then boom, it's state championship time.
Certainly seem to come and go the older you get. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Benton in the bottom of the second, looking to return the favor after Valley View scores the game's first 2 runs. It's A.J. Houston, the senior DH, standing in, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled away to the right side.
A.J.'s got a lot of power. Saw it last weekend at Greene County Tech. A lot of pop in the bat. Clean up DH. That's what you want right there.
Big time power hitter, and he's going to be hit. Is it off the bat? Nope, it's off the forearm. That one doesn't feel good, but a base runner to lead things off in the home half.
Yeah, it's good in command that Will Finley had in the first inning. You see it right there. Plunked him right off the elbow, and a little tricep action. AJ's okay. Got a little Frogger action there. He's doing okay.
Anything to get on base in a game like this. Brings up Caleb Curry now, the sophomore first baseman for the Panthers. Takes a swing and a miss on the first pitch from Will Finley.
I know Coach Ballesteri's been in this game for 30 years at Benton especially. He was head coach back in 98, 99 when I played. But he's got to love this sophomore class with Snellings and Curry and Wilson being a junior. He's got a lot of talent in the pipeline.
Curry rolls over to the right side. It'll do a job, though, so productive out on the 3 unassisted. Levi Martin steps on the bag, but moving to second is A.J. Houston, and there's one gone.
Yeah, down 2-0, you want to make productive outs. If you're going to make an out, make it productive. And Curry knows that. He's got good bat control. I remember him out there a few years ago shagging balls. He's out there hitting with the Trojans on the field at Gary Hogan Field, and he's just got a bright future in front of him. I know Coach Curry's really excited. I texted Chris last weekend after the home run, and you could just tell he was really excited about what Caleb has going for him.
Curry's certainly a talented player. It brings in the pitcher now, Blake Mitchum, a chance to help himself out after Valley View's taken a 2-0 advantage in the top of the second. Benton now in the home half trying to at least get a run back with Mitchum here and Noah Robertson waiting in the on-deck circle.
See how Finley does with traffic on the base paths. An experienced guy, junior. His future head coach, Mike Silva's in the stands with us today. Got to talk to Coach Silva earlier. Just talked to him about, what he has done with that Red Wolf program and how he's turned it around. They've got a lot of money influx into the program. They're gonna be trouble in the Sun Belt in the next few years.
That's right. Won a big series against Southern Miss this year too, did the Red Wolves. This one's popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Shortstop comes over. Driscoll calls everybody off, and just like that, two are gone.
Yeah. Great job by Finley to get back in the zone and compete after that leadoff. Batter gets on with the hit by pitch. He's got 2 quick outs. Now he gets Roberson up here. See if they can leave him stranded at second base.
The senior Noah Robertson trying to come up clutch here and at least get a run back in the bottom of the second against the tough Will Finley. Finley gets the sign from the stretch, and the first pitch is a fastball above the zone.
Yeah, Finley last year, of course, and I don't know the relationship situation anymore, but he was dating Pete Prater's daughter from Marion, and
That's
I
right.
talked to there's a kid I used to coach, Gage Watson, that was at Marion and won a state championship back in 2021. I think he's still seeing the same one because Gage was here watching Will today. And Gage Watson, of course, he signed out of college and was going to go into the SEC, but had some arm issues, and he's done now. But he's going to be an assistant coach at Brooklyn next year, so we're looking forward to seeing what Gage gives back.
Big swing and a miss there from Noah Robertson after he stepped out a moment, tried to reset, evens the count. Yeah, I remember you brought that up about Finley, and I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought about, I don't know if they're still dating or not. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 gone in the second. Curveball, lost it, and it hits him. So Robertson, the second hit batter of the inning, second base runner, and Benton will have first and second. That one just came up and in.
Yeah, just lost it. It came off the top right there. Finley's just got to get on top of that pitch, and it's very, very good when it's down in the zone. But he's lost it a couple of times so far.
So it'll bring in the catcher, sophomore Micah Bates, with a chance to drive in the game's first run for the Panthers. Again, looking for their second ever state title. They won it back in 2009.
Their only state championship, believe it or not.
It's hard to believe it with Coach Ballesteri and the success that he's had. It just goes to show you how hard it is to get here and then to win. As it's fouled away by Micah Bates. There's a lot of legendary coaches that have never even made it here. I think that goes to show how hard it is to have the sustained success that you see from Valley View, from Taylor, a lot of these schools. It is so hard.
Yeah, and Ballesteri, the last 3 times they were in the state championship, 15, 18, and 19, and lost to Sheridan twice, and then Greenwood.
Nice take from Micah Bates, just missed inside to even the count.
Yeah, the 2018 team, they ran into a young man named Connor Nolan.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, for Greenwood. They were pretty good that year. Trey Holloway, former Razorback, was the head coach that year. And then Tyler Cacciatore beat them in 2019. The great performance on the mound.
Yeah.
Yep, signed with the Razorbacks.
Swinging a foul back by Micah Bates. Yeah, Nolan had that legendary game in the College World Series against Ole Miss. It ended up on the losing side, but pitched his tail off.
Yeah, Connor Nolan's great young man, great athlete, 2-sport athlete. Of course, in Arkansas high school, championship winning quarterback, pitcher.
Yep.
His strikeout to walk ratio that year was ridiculous. It was like 10-1.
Wow.
He had over 100 strikeouts and only like 10 walks.
Greenwood's finest, one of Greenwood's finest. The 1-2 to Micah Bates, and he blew it by him. Will Finley, a little bit of extra juice, a couple of hit batters, but no harm, no foul. And the Valley View Blazers lead it 2-0 after 2.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas TD Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uamshealth.com.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
All right, JB, it is Arkansas's Governor's Cup Quiz Bowl time. Here's our question for Class 5A. Who holds the Arkansas High School state record for lowest ERA in a season? That's any classification in the history of Arkansas high school baseball. Think of the pitchers: David Walmsley in 98, Dustin Mosley 2000, David Worstell in 99. Think of Connor Nolan back in 2018, Tyler Cacciatore. Some great names in Arkansas high school baseball history.
And because I know how Bobby Swafford does things and how he picks, usually, it's not always, but usually he tends to trend toward maybe one of the teams that's playing that broke the record. I've got my guess, and I think I might know the answer.
Think about it, sports fans. We'll get the answer at the bottom of the inning right here. We are in the top of the third.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and guess Lance Davis.
What year and what team?
Oh, boy. That was probably 2 years ago. Blake Mitchum back to work in the top of the third. That's my guess. He had a really low ERA his senior year.
Yep, so did Eli Crasilius that year. I think Eli only gave up 2 or 3 runs that year. That's my guess.
Between two of us, surely one of us got it. Blake Mitchum back to work in the third. He'll face 2, 3, and 4. Keaton Mathis. And Mathis on a rope, laser through the 6-hole in a leadoff single.
Raising that 444 average right there a little bit. The senior catcher that's headed to Arkansas State next year. We will get a courtesy runner for the catcher. Let's see, number 26, that's going to be Riggs Rasmussen.
Sophomore coming into the game. Keaton Mathis showing off for his future coach and Coach Silva. I think he probably could care less. He wants to win this game. That's what he's out there for.
Yeah, he's just competing right there.
So it brings in Barrett Mallett, who had a really good at-bat his first time up. Gets a big, healthy hack at the first one.
You know, Mallett trying to do he kind of pulled his head right there. Left-handed pitcher, you got to have a center field, right center approach right here off Mitchum. He's going to stay out, need to work the right side of the field.
Certainly, Mallett did play to pull there on that swing.
Yeah. He was trying to pull it into those trees out there behind the left field wall.
Trying to make it a 4-0 ball game. Runner at first, Rasmussen running for Keaton Mathis, and another swing and a miss there from Mallett, almost swinging out of his shoes.
Yeah, see it right there. You can see, I've known Josh Allison for 15 years now, and I know his looks. I know his mannerisms. He's just looking like, come on now, we got to figure this out real quick. You know what you need to do. That's how you build a winning program. The expectations are known.
Right.
You don't have to guess about it. There's no guessing. Everything is full, transparent.
Have to wait on the 0-2 pitch as Mitchum checks on Rasmussen over at first. Barrett Mallett in an 0-2 count. Naturally, the approach is going to change. Going to have to really extend and expand the zone a little bit. Takes the 0-2, and that was close.
Yeah, just off the corner right there. Had a really good zone. I mean, with both these pitchers, you're going to have a really good, tight, true zone. It's going to be close to what a college zone is.
That's right.
For these pitchers, and what it should be in a state championship game.
That's a great pitch from Mitchum. Just off the plate, but close enough to keep him honest. That one upstairs to even the count.
Yeah, good job by the sophomore to lay off that pitch, knowing that, look, that's out of my zone. I'm not going to chase it.
Yeah, it's always tough. And then to know, hey, when it's 2 strikes, I'm expanding a little bit, but I can't do it too much either. 2-2 stays up and out. Count's full now with the runner at first and nobody out.
Yeah, because the biggest thing you don't want to do on that pitch is hit it to the middle of the field. That's all you can do is beat it into the ground. So great job right there. That's it. That's advanced hitting mechanics for the sophomore.
Runner on the move, the payoff, swing and a miss, no throw to second, so a stolen base for Rasmussen, and it almost works like a sacrifice.
It does, and you know that's 3-2 count's a really good count, especially as much as Valley View likes to run. You got to know that he's going on that one. They're going on first leg movement. That's what they did. As soon as Mitchum lifts his leg, he's got to go home. So took off, went to second base. Rasmussen did.
What is that now, 179?
179. We got our tick mark going here.
We got to, right? First out of the inning, but Levi Martin and Noah Ragsdale will each get chances to extend the 2-0 advantage.
Mitchum the second time through the lineup right here is going more. First pitch breaking ball, which it's always fun to have the game within the game. How does the sequence change? How does he change it up going through the lineup a second time? Heavy fastball the first time through. Now he's mixing in the curveball a little bit more.
Goes with the fast stuff that time. It's fouled away to the right side. That was a well-located pitch down around the knees.
Levi Martin started his high school career at Pocahontas. Really good player for the Redskins. Transferred over to Valley View a couple of years ago.
It's a lot of really good talent in the northeast portion of the state. A lot of good talent in Saline County also, not just including Benton High School. But
you got, what, 3 state championship teams that made it to the finals just on the baseball side of things.
That's right.
Of course, the Lady Panthers are going for another state championship tonight at 7 o'clock.
That's right. Curveball, that one's drowned up the middle, base hit. They're going to wave home Rasmussen. It gets under the glove of the center fielder, Pelkey. Oh my, that could end up big time trouble. They'll pump the brakes at third, but an RBI driven in by Levi Martin, and the Blazers will have a runner at third and only 1 out.
That's going to be a single and a 2-base error right there. Levi Martin, great job hitting, great job keeping the hands inside. You saw it right there on the replay. Got the barrel to the ball. That's a pitch where Mitchum wanted it. Saw it off on the hands, but Martin does a great job of keeping the hands inside, taking it back where it came from.
Valley View's not done yet either. Noah Ragsdale standing in now. He takes a big hack at the first one and fouls it off. He walked his first time up.
Yeah, Ragsdale knows right there. He's like, I got to get back in my zone right here. I tried to pull that ball, and that's a ball that goes back up the middle.
This is a Blazers team that's only lost twice this season.
Once in state, and that was to 6A Rogers.
Ground ball, base hit left side. Another RBI knock for the Blazers, and they're up 4-0 on the single from Noah Ragsdale.
Look out, the Blazers are rolling right now. We got a timeout right here. Bryant Bowerman called time here. We got some stirring down in the bullpen.
Yep, that's right. Benton is starting to loosen some arms down the way.
I think Evan Campbell down there, number 4. He's committed to UA Rich Mountain next year as a senior. That junior college has done really well. Lance Spigner, who's at UCA now, started that program.
That's right. My good friend Peyton Treywick's the head coach there now.
Yep, Peyton's done a good job coming from ASU.
So I'm going to pop up here on the infield. Catcher calling everybody off, and Micah Bates makes the catch in fair ground.
Good to see Bates take control right there. You got a tough sky right now. The ball is really going to blend in. You got a little cloud cover right here. So really good job by Bates to pop that mask off and go find it. And you see the earpiece right there. You can have communication in high school now, which is a good thing. Speed up the game a little bit.
Get those signs in a little quicker.
Yep.
Here's Parker King. He got the scoring started for Valley View on a safety squeeze to that right side. It was going to bring in a run anyway, but the pitcher Mitchum gloved and flipped it home, and he threw it away, and that allowed runners at second and third. Valley View would get another run in the inning. Made it 2-0. That was in the second.
Yeah, what started off as a sacrifice bunt turned into a circus on the base paths.
Yeah. Those are the kinds of things that when you play Valley View,
can't do it, man.
Can't do it. 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. King was trying to pull that one deep over the left field fence.
You know Josh Allison's going to talk to these guys in between innings. Like, guys, why are we trying to knock the ball out of the ballpark? You got to know it.
King now with a 1-2 count, going to try to protect against Mitchum. High leg kick, fastball, and he got him. Blows it by him for out number 3, but not before the damage is done. 2 more coming home to score for Valley View. They're up 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
Tomorrow morning at 11.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TD Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Welcome back to the Class 5A State Championship game here at Majestic Park. Our Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association trivia question: who holds the Arkansas High School state record for lowest ERA in a season? And drum roll, please. Lance Davis of the Valley View Blazers. Good job, JB Brazil. 0.14 ERA 2 years ago in 2024. The state championship MVP, the current TCU Horned Frog. He gave up 1 earned run in 2024.
That is stupid. I kind of cheated. I was on the call of that state title game, so I'd remembered how low his ERA was. I felt pretty confident. I mean, only one earned run, and he threw a ton of pitches that year.
Yeah.
I mean, innings pitched.
Yeah. And his partner, Eli Crasilius, it was below 1. He had like a .32 ERA, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid the amount of strikeouts and low ERA that they had. It'll be nine-hole hitter Landon Pelkey to lead things off for Benton as their hole has been dug a little bit deeper. They trail 4-0 now. Sawyer Wilson and Marcus Bates, top of the lineup, due next. Easton Snellings bats if anyone reaches, and a 4-pitch walk for the 9-hole hitter. That's a good way to flip things over for the top as Pelkey's aboard now.
Yeah, Coach Matt Snyder down there, pitching coach for Valley View's got to be thinking, guys, we got a 4-0 lead and we come out with a 4-pitch walk. Maybe a mental block. I've noticed with Will Finley, he is not as consistent with his command on left-handed hitters. He's away, and these right-handed hitters, he's able to use that breaking ball a little bit more, so he's got that mental block right now.
Looks like there will be a conversation.
Yeah, I've known Matt for a while, too. He's the head coach at Pocahontas and took that assistant job at Valley View, and Keaton Thomas out there really tell him what he's seeing right now. Matt's one of the good ones. Should be a head coach in the state of Arkansas for sure. Got a lot of good young ones across the state, and Matt's one of the best.
You can almost sense he's kind of telling him, hey, you're tensing up a little bit there too. You know, just settle down. You got your stuff. Trust your stuff.
Yep.
So second time through the lineup can always be a little bit more interesting, K-Bo. Benton's a good offensive team. Their second time seeing Finley. How will he respond?
Yeah, and Valley View saw them do it last week to Greene County Tech in that semifinal game, so they know how explosive this offense can be. You got no outs, you got a runner. They're going to be able to start their offense now. Let's see what the Panthers respond with.
So the first pitch is grounded up the middle. What a play by the second baseman, and they can't complete the throw to first. That was going to take one heck of an effort anyway. An infield single all the way, but man, Noah Ragsdale nearly robbed him.
Telling you, great play by Ragsdale, but great hustle by Sawyer Wilson, the junior UCA Bear commit. Levi Martin just couldn't get the stretch right there on the short hop. But Wilson does a great job of keeping the train rolling. Roll it around to Marcus Bates right now. Got the replay right there. Great stop. Spin to the backside and just could not get it. If Martin would have come up with it, we would have had an out. Yep.
I don't know if you could tell how hard that is for Ragsdale to glove that and then rotate the most unnatural way to get that throw over to first was so impressive. You got to have a lot on that throw.
Yeah, he went with the momentum of the baseball. And
Correct.
you see some of the best athletes, they have that right foot they can tuck under and roll to that side. That's something that infielders actually work on at the higher levels,
right,
so they can make that throw from every level. Marcus Brown that went to Shiloh Christian, went to Oklahoma State with the Nationals, he does it. He was the best at that. Casey Martin was a good one as well.
Had that really quick shift on that glove. I mean, that's a play that if he goes the opposite way, he really doesn't get enough on that throw. That was his only way to make a play. So Benton in business, though. First and second, nobody out. They're just looking for some type of an answer. Marcus Bates batting with a 1-0 count. He swings and misses the curveball.
Yeah, that's the little slurve that Finley has that he's been very effective against right-handed hitters with. He hasn't shown it to lefties too much, but that's where he needs to start that pitch. It starts over the outer third of the plate and then just falls off the table. He can be very effective with that pitch if he can command it.
Finley, the future Red Wolf. Bates, the future Rough Router. Going to Crowder, swings in, misses at another curveball, and he's down to the count 1-2.
Let's see if he triples up right here. I know I would.
Sure. Make him beat you. Bates has got to keep that in his back pocket, knowing that curveball has been there 2 times in a row.
Yeah, what Bates is looking for, he's looking for the dot on the spin of it. He's looking for the dot. If he sees the dot, lay off of it.
1-2 from Finley. Curveball goes back to the well, but this time Marcus Bates lays off.
Yeah, that's when, everybody in the park knew he'd kind of go there, that we saw the swings with Marcus Bates right there. You may want to just change it up a little bit and just paint the corner with a fastball.
Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And balk by the pitcher Finley. So both teams now with some miscues on the bump. That's going to move runners to second and third, and Benton is in business in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, I think we had a little double set right there where he kind of started and then reset before he stepped off. So that's the biggest thing. You look at it right there. Yeah, that's it. He paused a little bit and hesitated. You have to have one fluid motion when you're coming set. Great job by the umpiring crew to get that ball and move runners into scoring position.
Now Bates really wants to put the ball in play here. 2-2 curveball. That one found too much of the plate, and Finley is fortunate that he's getting another pitch here.
Yeah, very lucky with that one. Marcus Bates, he was going tree hunting on that one.
That curveball found too much of the plate. And I think Bates wants that one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Finley trying to get a big out right here at the bottom of the third. 2-2 fastball, fouled straight back.
Yeah, that's a fastball after the 2 sliders. You should have, they go back and think about it. That's where you want to paint it right there.
And I know, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you might want to see if they can bust him in. See how Bates does with the inside heat right there.
I know it's early in the game, but you got to imagine in a bat like this, at least this inning, you got to get something if you're Benton.
Absolutely, no outs.
2-2 curveball just above the zone. It's not where it's caught, it's where it crosses the plate. And consistency from a home plate umpire has been there all game. That's a great call.
Yeah, just a little too loopy right there. And I know Valley View fans are giving it to Bryant Bowerman. Does a great call right there. A little above the zone. Bates had it clocked in all the way.
So a full count now. First base is open. With runners at second and third, nobody out. Finley, the payoff. Curveball misses up and in again. And the Panthers will bring the tying run to the plate as they are full of Panthers and nobody out.
I think that's the most important thing right here. We got no outs. I mean, it's been a little crazy. Lead off, you got the walk right there. 2 walks this inning in the infield hit. So, Benton has to make it hurt. Last time Easton Stellings had a triple last weekend. Yep, looks like we're going to get a change.
So Coach Allison out from the dugout, and Will Finley's night is appearing to be over, and it will be. So Finley done, The Blazers head to the pin. They're in a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. They do lead 4-0, but the tying run is at the plate. And we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
Tomorrow morning at 11.
Welcome back to Majestic Park. JB Brazil alongside Kevin Bohannon and the rest of our wonderful Arkansas TV sports crew. Glad you're with us. Valley View's up, but it's getting a little bit dicey. 4-0 in the bottom of the third, and the bases are juiced for the Panthers. Martin coming into quite the jam with Easton Snellings due up at the dish.
Yeah, and Levi Martin, their best arm this season. You talked about in the first round game of the state playoffs. 3-hit shutout against Alma. Blazers won that game 1-0. I believe he's 10-0 on the season after that win. You know, he's been their ace, and the Blazers are in a bit of a sticky wicket right now. See if they can get out of it. Benton,
that's right,
coming up with Easton Snellings right here. And JB, we were talking off the air just a second ago. Who does Easton Snellings remind you of here?
Charles Davalon. His swing looks just like Charles Davalon. You'll see his stance here in a moment. For those that are Razorback fans, Charles Davalon obviously started his career at Florida Gulf Coast in the Atlantic Sun. But here's his stance. Looks a lot like Charles Davalon.
Little open right there. You know, when Davalon got it, was a little bit more pronounced. Just like it, man. Yeah.
Levi Martin first pitch is a changeup in the dirt, and Davalon, Snellings takes it low.
Yeah, Snellings. His dad, Brady Snellings, went to Benton. I had the pleasure of playing some softball with him back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
How about that? I'm telling you, that looks just like Charles Davalon. That one's missing up 2-0. And how about this for Snellings? He's in a great position. Hitters count with the bases loaded.
Yeah, if he throws that again, Snellings may be trotting around the bases. If he can pick it up, that's the thing right there.
Martin's got to be careful. He's a talented pitcher. He's shown that all season long. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch from Martin, misses low. No place to put Easton Snellings, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, fastball for Martin's going to work 85 to 87. Has a little bit more in the tank right there, but has a good 3-pitch mix. We've seen the changeup a couple times. You'll see that to the lefties, and he'll throw the breaking ball to the righties.
Snellings going to be taking all the way here. Martin dots the zone with a strike at the knees and a fastball at 3-1.
Yeah, if he can live there, you can get a double play ball out of it. The key for Snellings, he's going to have to get on plane with that and meet that ball out early and try to pull that ball.
3 balls and 1 strike. Martin's going to have a quality pitch. You can't groove something here. 3-1. That one's pulled down the right field line. Foul by Snellings. He was a good bit out in front. He barreled it, but out in front.
Yeah, you want to throw that changeup, but you want to throw it away to left-handers. You leave it right there, he's going to do that. But Snellings just has to keep his hands in on that one. If he keeps his hands in on that one, that's a triple for him. Out of the box, lefty. He's got good speed. Plays wide receiver for the Benton Panther football team. He can get to third on that one.
This is a big pitch here in the ball game. Payoff, curveball, hit off the end of the bat, foul. Just enough to stay alive. You see a deep breath from Snellings.
Yeah. Love seeing Martin go to the change. He's going to live and die by that changeup to these lefties. You can see he really went to it right there. It's a true circle change for a right-handed pitcher. It's going to have a lot of tumble, a lot of arm side run right there at the end. We'll see if he can climb the ladder with the fastball right here. Or if he's going to go back to the changeup.
Another one of these payoff pitches. Curveball, that one is hit to deep right field down the line. Slicing, and it's foul. He caught it on a hop. You couldn't see with the pole there, but the right fielder, Owen Roach, nice short hop.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be an out.
Yeah, umpire, right? It was right on top of it right there. That's Robbie Garrow, on first base umpire, was right on top of it. He went back to that changeup again, and Snelling just out a little early on it.
Might have been off either the handle or the end of the bat. Didn't hit it completely clean, but he's got enough power on the pull side.
Yeah, it seems like he got it off the handle a little bit. Just kind of started the swing a little too early right there.
So another payoff pitch. It is low. What an at bat from Easton Snellings, and Benton is on the board.
Got 3 walks and a single this inning. That's what you need. Benton's right back in it. They're the home team in this 5A state championship game. They won the coin flip, so they get to be home team.
Boy, that at bat from a sophomore, you can tell the future is bright for Coach Ballesteri's Panthers. They want to win this one naturally. A.J. Houston, the senior, bats with the bases loaded. Still nobody out. It's 4-1. Levi Martin now facing his second batter of the game, and he delivers a strike on the outer half.
Yeah, the biggest thing right here for Martin, finding out. You know, they got a 3-run lead now. It started with a 4-run, but they just need to find an out right here. That's the biggest thing he needs to do.
Sometimes it takes a batter in to kind of get settled in a little bit.
Yeah, Martin's used to starting.
That one gets in the dirt. It's blocked by the catcher. Nice job to keep that at least close. Keaton Mathis, he's a D1 talent for a reason, able to keep it in front.
Yeah, his younger brother Eli Mathis is on this team. Has a bright future as well. But yeah, Keaton, I've loved watching him. Came up, he's pitched, he's played the corner infield spots, but his future was as a catcher for sure.
He shows why right there. That's the difference between a 4-2 game. 1-1, Houston going opposite field, but fouls it away, and now Martin gets ahead of ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, let's see if Martin climbs the zone right here with the fastball up. See if he can blow it by Houston.
A.J. Houston, he was hit by a pitch his first time. That was against Will Finley. Martin with a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball's chopped on the infield. That's going to do a job. Third baseman charges gloves. The only play is at first. Mallet on the 5-3 putout, but an RBI on the ground out for A.J. Houston.
And more importantly, Marcus Bates slides up to third base, and they get the runners in position. So they're still got 2 in scoring position. 1 hit could tie this game, JB.
Man, that is huge. That is what you talked about earlier. Even if you get outs, they've got to be productive outs. And Benton now with a chance to tie things up. Still only 1 out of the inning. And Caleb Curry, the sophomore, will stand in now. First pitch from Levi Martin is a curve or changeup grounded to the right side. That's going to get another run home. 3 unassisted. Runner moves to third. A runner comes in to score. Curry does a job, and it's 4-3.
Yeah, the second productive out by Caleb Curry. Both 3 unassisted, but this time he gets an RBI, cuts the lead to 1. Great response by the Benton Panthers right here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, JB.
Finley over at first. He's a little frustrated with himself because of allowing some of this stuff to happen, but that's what you see in these title games. It's tough to execute every single pitch. And now Blake Mitchum, the starting pitcher for Benton, a chance to tie things up. Can't hold up on the changeup, though. He went around, and that's strike 1.
And Martin does such a great job of keeping his arm speed the same. That's why you see these Benton hitters, you may be watching at home thinking he's not throwing that ball very fast, but the arm speed stays the same.
That's right.
And when you can change your velocity 15 to 20 miles per hour like Martin's doing, it's tough to pick up that pitch.
It really is. It's easy to be at home on your couch and think, oh, I can do that. I'd like to see you try. 0-1-2 Mitchum, another changeup. That one swung on and missed, and Martin's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, you'll see Levi Martin just pitch backwards here. I mean, that's the thing he does with these left-handed hitters, is it's going to be tough. They've got to think I'm going to be pitched backwards too right here. I've got to be sitting changeup and adjust to fastball.
Likely going to get another one.
Yeah.
0-2 to Blake Mitchum. Martin with a long look. That one a fastball, and he got him looking at the knees to end the inning, but not before the Panthers with a 3 spot. They're right back in this thing. It's 4-3 as we head to the 4th.
tomorrow at 11:30.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas TD Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uamshealth.com.
Welcome back to Majestic Park for the 5A state championship game. Our Arkansas TV student all-star for Class 5A, Hot Springs Lakeside utility man Colin Estes. The senior has a 3.7 GPA. JB, his future plans, he's going to go play baseball for the powerhouse, the traditional D2 powerhouse, the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders out of Magnolia. So congratulations to Colin Estes, our Class 5A Arkansas TV student all-star.
Yeah, no doubt. That is a powerhouse down there in Magnolia.
Yeah, Coach Goodhart was down there for a while. Alan Gum.
That's right.
Been coach down there, and they just keep the tradition rolling down there in Magnolia.
Well, as we move on to the top of the fourth, we have got a new ball game. 4-3. Valley View still on top, but Benton with 3 runs. That was huge. We talked about the Panthers needing to get a run back, and they got 3 of them against a Valley View team that's been here a ton, looking for their 3rd straight title. It's their 6th straight appearance for Coach Allison's team. Is Madden Tatum, the Jacksonville State signee.
The Gamecocks, right?
That's Gamecocks, yeah.
That's where Jack Crow went to coach football.
Tatum fouls this one away.
Random fact of the day.
Yeah, that's right. They were in the Atlantic Sun. I think they're in the Sun Belt now.
I think my phone's listening to me. It comes up Jacksonville State. That's crazy.
Correction, Conference USA for Jacksonville State.
There you go.
1-2 curveball. That one stays up. Missouri State also made the jump up also. So a lot of fun. FCS schools making the jump up. You're going to have a lot of good fun there at Jacksonville State. He's a good hitter. He already struck out once, and he has a nice take on the outer half that time. That's where you know the zone, you know what not to swing at, and a good take.
Yeah, the best nickname in this game for sure, Mad Tat.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Mad Tat trying to tattoo a baseball here, and he fouls it straight back.
Really good left-handed swing right there. Throws righty off the bump, though, and he throws that high cheddar cheese, boy. He started the semifinal game against Van Buren and didn't make it out of the first inning, just ran into some issues, but if he gets on the mound, look out. He's got some velocity.
Another payoff pitch. That one misses down and away from Mitchell, and a leadoff base runner for the Blazers at the top of the fourth.
See what happens here. Cannon Driscoll coming up. Grounded out. Flew out to first base. Caleb Curry last time up. We'll get probably a pinch runner right here. In high school baseball, you can re-enter one time in the lineup, so the starter can come back in. So Madden Tatum will come back in if we can get a number over there. 13, there we go. That'll be Trayson Becker. He is the 3rd Becker brother to come through the Valley View program. You had Kaysen Becker, who was on a couple of championship teams. And the oldest one pitched at Arkansas State. He was a 2022 graduate at Valley View.
It's the Becker Blazers. 4-3 our score as Parker King will stand in now. He got the scoring started, as we mentioned earlier, with that safety squeeze bunt that ended up in disaster for Benton. And you know this as well as I do, Cabo. When you put a leadoff runner aboard against Valley View, there's a good chance he's going to be on the move at some point.
Absolutely. Driscoll is that in the 9-hole right here. He's that second leadoff hitter to roll it around to Owen Roach. Let's see if they get something going right here.
Driscoll takes a strike. So Cannon Driscoll, the shortstop. We'll have to wait a little bit as Mitchum steps off the rubber. Now he's back in and ready.
Checking over there at first, keeping them honest. See how loose the young man coming in. See how loose Becker is coming off the bench right there.
They're still checking on him. They know how much Valley View likes to run, trying to keep him close.
I want to see Mitchum's A move. When you talk about moves over to first by a lefty, his A move, that's his plus move, and I don't think we've seen it yet.
1-1 there to Driscoll, skied into right field. Should be playable, though, and it will be for Robertson. Can of corn, and that's out number 1.
Good job by Mitchum to get back in the zone right there. Issue a leadoff walk after your team gets 3 runs, cuts the lead to 1 for the Blazers. You don't want to give up that leadoff walk, but great job of getting back in the zone right there by Blake Mitchum.
So now back to the top of the lineup, and Owen Roach.
Saline County is 1-1 this weekend, and baseball state champions Haskell Harmony Grove won their second state title. First one was in 2019. Dax Hammett, 13 strikeouts for the Cardinals the other day.
That one's hit off the end of the bat to the shortstop. Knocked down by Bates, but he's not going to have a play anywhere. Infield single for the top of the lineup, and Valley View's got runners at first and second.
Yep, got to get it rolling. Owen Roach does a good job right there. Hitting it deep in the 6 hole. Bates slid. Good, I just kind of lost it right there and just couldn't come up with. That was that in-between where you can't fully lay out and dive for it. And you can't get it on the backhand. Just got to knock it down and hope you don't give extra bases.
So first and second for Keaton Mathis. 1 out in the inning. Blazers trying to add to a 4-3 lead. First pitch from Mitchum is an off speed in there for a called strike. Mathis is 1 for 2 today. Popped down in the first and he singled in the third. Benton still with only 1 hit today. They've been out hit 5-1, but it's a 4-3 ball game. Curveball, that one's a laser to left, but he hit it right to the left fielder on the button, but Snelling's all over it, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, Mathis just did not stay back far enough on that. He kind of got out on his front foot, and he was all arms with that, JB. Very good bat speed, but just couldn't get enough on it to get it past Snelling's.
So now Mitchum is 1 out away from getting out of the inning unscathed, but it's going to be a tough hitter. Barrett Mallett, the hot-hitting sophomore, will bat with first and second and 2 gone. Mitchum takes a deep breath. Mallett's 0 for 1 today. He walked in the first, but he struck out in the third against Mitchum. This is now the 3rd time through the lineup for Mitchum.
Yeah, we're here in the top of the 4th inning. 3rd at bat in the 4 innings.
It's popped up foul by Barrett Mallett. And, I mean, you look at the line score. Valley View's got 4 runs on 5 base hits, no errors. Benton's got 3 runs, 1 hit on 2 errors.
They decided they wanted to fill up every column today.
That's right. I mean, they got some help with those walks, and they took advantage.
Yeah.
Kind of made up for the errors that allowed Valley View to get some runs earlier.
They've had some productive outs, like Caleb Curry twice has advanced a runner or scored a runner. And that's what you need.
Got to have that in games like this. Is Barrett Mallett fouls it back into the netting. If you're going to beat a Valley View team, you're going to have to play sound. And if you don't play sound, then you're going to have to execute in other ways. A couple of errors have come back to bite Benton. However, they've taken advantage of some free passes.
That's, you know, Coach Ballesteri's message to his team, guys, if we're not going to play 100% clean baseball, we got to figure it out some way.
Trying to get out of the inning unscathed. The 0-2 pitch is chopped to the right side. It's through the right. That's going to get another run home for Valley View. Throw to the plate is late. Both runners move up, and the sophomore, Barrett Mallett, delivers.
2 weeks ago, talking to Coach Matt Snyder before the state tournament, he said the unsung hero on this team was Barrett Mallett. Great job of hitting right there, shortened up, goes to right field, drives in a run. See it right there, the key situation right there. The runners moved up to second and third on the throw home. That's something automatic instinct by Valley View on the base paths.
The aggressiveness of the Blazers, they were heading home all the way, testing the arm of the right field. It was a nice throw from Robertson, but an RBI all the way for Barrett Mallett makes it 5-3. And here's the deal, not done yet. Cleanup hitter Levi Martin batting with second and third and 2 gone.
Yeah, don't make a mistake right here. Martin can turn it around quick.
0-1 pitch. That one's ground up the middle into center. That's going to score a couple more. Back-to-back singles for the Blazers, and 3 have come home to score.
Martin's second hit of the game, right back up the middle, just about where it was last time. Didn't try to do too much. They know with the lefty on the mound, just shoot it back up the middle. And that looks like that's going to be it for Blake Mitchum. Valley View's taking a 7-3 lead here in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs.
And there is the signal from Coach Ballesteri. That's the pitch that knocks him out of the game. A nice effort from the second baseman Hillis, but to no avail. The Blazers all with 2 outs, a 2-out rally. And just like that, they're back up by 4. We'll tell you about the new Panther pitcher on the other side of the break. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
Tomorrow morning at 11.
Got to stay in the game.
Welcome back to Majestic Park. Valley View with 3 runs, excuse me, in the top of the 4th. They have opened the lead back up to 7-3, and the Panthers have called upon the bullpen. It's Evan Campbell making his first appearance of the game. He's been on the bench. He's been warming up. He comes into the game with his team trailing by 4.
Yeah, you get these higher classifications. It's going to be a pitcher only. That's what Campbell is. He's going to go to UA Rich Mountain next year. Good fastball. He's going to be in the mid-80s. He throws a lot of strikes, and that's what they need right here. Just get back in it. And it's 7-3, but it was 4-0. So get back in the game. Valley View just keeps coming. So Benton just has to keep fighting back. They're the home team in this game, so just keep fighting back. Get the out, get on the to the next inning.
Valley View's a team that's going to keep throwing punches, but if you can kind of steady the ship a little bit, give yourself a chance. That's what it's all about. And Evan Campbell is hoping to do that in the top of the 4th. Runner at first with 2 gone. Brings in Noah Ragsdale, who's 1 for 1 today with an RBI.
Yeah, we know that this is the 3rd time through that lineup, and Mitchum had shown just about everything he's got the first time through the lineup, and Valley View's been sitting on him the 3rd time. They had to get somebody else.
Oh, watch out. Ragsdale has to pull the bat back. It's up and in, and on the move easily. Swiping the bag was Brody Freeman. He came on to run over at first base for Levi Martin. So now another runner in scoring position, and Ragsdale with a base hit could make it 8-3.
Yeah, I don't think Ragsdale was butting right there. He was just showing something.
Absolutely. Not in a game like this.
Yeah.
With his bat. You know, if you're 0 for 3 and you've really been struggling, maybe so.
Yeah, new pitcher, though. Like, I'm going to get this guy in a scoring position here. Throw a strike.
Ragsdale, a 1 for 1 day already. Walked. He's been a tough out all season long. I think you could say that a lot about these Valley View hitters, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. Check on the runner at second first. Has to scamper back into the bag. No throw.
We talked about the seniors on this Valley View team, the guys that have been around for 4 years like Roach, Mathis. This is their 16th state title or state championship game, state tournament game. That's the most in school in Arkansas history.
Yeah.
16 state tournament games.
Well, they had a scare in the opening round against Alma, 1-0 win. They were down 2-0 to Greenbrier. Ace Newland had a home run in the Kennedy. That was up 2-0. They came back, and then the same thing against Van Buren. They were down, they came back. There's no give. They're cool, calm, and collected all the way around.
I've been there before.
1-2 pitch. That one's drilled to left field. That's another base hit. They're going to wave home Freeman. We're going to have a play to the plate. The throw is late. Taking second on the throw is Ragsdale. And oh boy, a 4 spot for the Blazers in the top of the 4th, and they're up 8-3.
It's funny watching Coach Josh Allison over at third base. You see it go, he's not waving home. He doesn't know. He knows. Just go. They know what to do. That's what this program is all about. They know the expectations. Ball's in front of you. You know what to do. I mean, these guys coach themselves, and that's where they're at as a program. Great job by Ragsdale. Second hit of the day. Take second on the throw home. That's what you're supposed to do.
They do the small things right, the things that really add up in a game.
Yeah, the things that a lot of people just overlook, that's where they beat you.
It's the difference in it, 3 or 4 runs a game potentially based off of execution. And that's the other thing. They run, they're aggressive, they move up bases, they get extra bases, but then they execute at the plate too.
Yeah, it's not like they're hitting 2- and 3-run home runs. They're getting in scoring position and hitting singles. That's all they need to do.
They're not a team that's going to help you out either. That one's drilled down the line. That's a fair ball for Will Finley. Extra bases, and another run's going to come in to score a stand-up double for the starting pitcher, and the Blazers are trying to break it open.
Yeah, that's 5 runs with 2 outs right here in the 4th inning. The floodgates have opened.
5 runs for Valley View in the top of the 4th, and again, this has all been with 2 outs.
Yeah. Top of the lineup came up with 2 outs. They just knew how to do it. Mathis made the second out, and they just kept rolling from their own.
Now brings in Parker King. He got the scoring started for Valley View in the 2nd. Takes the first pitch upstairs.
You really want to snatch Benton's soul right here. Lay down a drag bunt to third baseline for an infield single.
Third baseman's playing back.
Yeah, that's where you snatch the soul stone right there.
Cabo maybe trying to speak it into existence. Not bunting. It is chopped slowly like a bunt to third. Third baseman charges. Gloves. Throw is wide. It gets away. Another comes in to score. Finley in. King will stop at second. It's a merry-go-round for the Blazers.
Yeah, that's going to be an infield single. It wasn't a bunt, but it was a swinging bunt. Parker ends up at second. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got it over there.
So a single and then a throwing error, and that's what allowed the runner to come in to score. It is 10-3 Blazers.
If you're just tuning in, Valley View has scored 4 runs here with 2 outs. It was 4-3 at the start of the inning, and the Blazers have just poured it on here in the top of the 4th.
Swinging a foul back here. Makes it 0-1.
Madden Tatum started this inning, drew a walk. Madden Tatum started the inning, came around to score, drew a walk. Now he's up again. Blazers have batted around.
They have started to bring it out the sticks. Runner at second with 2 gone, but this has all been with 2 outs. Fouls that one straight back, and it's 0-2.
One thing about this state championship run that Valley View's been on, JB, they haven't had a blowout. I mean, they beat Maumelle 5-0. That was close early on. Tag Andrews, Peyton Lee, 2 Razorbacks, well, current Trojan,
yeah.
Tag Andrews, second team OVC, newcomer, but they haven't blown teams out in the state championship game.
Yeah, and they're knocking on the door of that.
Yeah.
Here in the 4th. Madden Tatum, already the damage done. 6 runs have scored in the inning. They've already got 10 hits.
I was just glad to finally see some offense, see some hitting. You know, we've seen so many walks and hit batters.
Yeah.
Glad to see somebody break out the lumber.
1-2 from Campbell. The curveball caught him looking. The strike 3 won't matter on the throw to third. It will end the inning, but not before Valley View puts up crooked numbers. They're up 10-3 as we move to the 4th.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
tomorrow morning at 11.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TD Sports. Better connected together, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Welcome back to Majestic Park, 5A state championship game. Valley View leads the Benton Panthers 10-3. We're in the bottom of the fourth here. Kevin Bohannon along with my partner JB Brazil. JB, Valley View just taking it to the Panthers right there in the fourth inning.
Yeah, that was certainly an exclamation mark in the ball game. It was a 4-3 game after Benton scored 3 runs on only 1 hit to cut the lead to 1. But Valley View said that might be as close as you get.
Yeah, and then they got Levi Martin in, who hasn't given up a run in a month of Sundays, and we'll see if Benton can get back in the game here.
They're going to need some magic and then some. Noah Robertson was hit by a pitch his first time up. He leads things off here, and he swings and misses at the fastball or the changeup to run the count even. You know, this is the thing for Benton. It's not, I mean, at this point now you're down. You are the home team. You've got essentially 4 more at bats, barring a run rule. You just got to start chipping away, right? You can't get all the lead back in one swing. You just got to take it 1 pitch at a time and get on base any way you can.
Yeah, there are no 7-run home runs in baseball. So, yeah, they just got to do it one at a time. You can't put too much pressure on yourself. Hand it to the next guy. Just hand it off. Let the train keep rolling.
And I know it's easier said than done, but what essentially happens and what a coach doesn't want is you to try to do too much. You just go in there, act like the game is tied, like you're just trying to do your job at the plate.
And they were down 7-3 to Greene County Tech last week and scored 9 runs. So
oh, yeah.
It can be done.
And we have seen crazier things, and this game is far from over. However, if you're Benton, you keep digging yourself a little bit of a hole, and eventually you're going to run out of room unless you start punching back a little bit. They did an inning ago, but they still only have 1 hit in the game. 2-2 misses, down and away, and how about this at bat from Noah Robertson?
That's what you want, leading off the inning after pitcher give up a few runs the prior inning before in the top half of the 4th inning. You need a competitive at bat.
Payoff pitch, what a take from Robertson. The changeup dips in the turf, and the Panthers have a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, and that's not, if you're Valley View, if you're Levi Martin, that's not what you want. Get a 7-run lead, pound the strike zone, can't give up a leadoff walk. You cannot give Benton, can't give them breath of life right there. You got to be able to step on their throat, but as long as they have a chance, the Panthers will come out swinging.
Brings in Micah Bates, the sophomore, batting in the 8-hole. Takes the first pitch, fastball in there for a strike.
Of course, Martin came in the game. It was a tight game at the time, and he got the run in, gave up a run. Of course, it wasn't charged to him, but now he doesn't have to be as fine with his pitches.
Gets ahead 0-2. Nice pitch again. But you're right. When you're up by 7, just attack the zone. You don't have to groove anything, but just hit your spots. Don't get too fancy. Yeah.
Keaton Mathis out there, senior catcher, just like, come on, just fill it up, big man. Fill it up.
No balls, 2 strikes to Micah Bates, trying to protect. Fastball hit off the pitcher. Caroms towards the third baseman. Going to be a tough play and not going to be one. Infield single for Micah Bates.
Yeah. Good bat-to-ball contact right there by the sophomore catcher from Benton. Now the Panthers have something going right here. That's what we're talking about, JB. Just make contact, get it rolling. And Martin's got to kind of be kicking himself right there, JB. That infield's in good position to make a double play right there. You got Ragsdale at second base. That's when he could have filled the ball, step on the bag, go to first. But it's hard to keep competitors away from the ball.
No, that's exactly right. Martin's trying to make a play, but shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? If you'd known it, hindsight's 20/20. Brings in Landon Pelkey.
Yeah, Pelkey started off the last inning, with a walk, came around to score.
They've got a runner over at first base for Micah Bates. It's Aiden Bateman, another sophomore.
Number 14.
That's right. So first and second, nobody out. Benton trying to get a little something going here in the bottom of the fourth, and a strike taken on the outer portion by Landon Pelkey. As you mentioned, he walked his first time up back in that third inning that ended up leading to 3 runs for the Panthers.
Yeah, something to see right there, JB. That's the first breaking ball slider we've seen from Landon Martin to left-handed hitters. Let's see if he goes back to that.
1-1. It is chopped to the right side. Second baseman thought about going for the out at second, but he will flip to first to get the out there. And we've talked about it all game long for Benton. Another productive out.
Yep, get the 2 runners in scoring position now. Move them up 1 and keep the train going, because now you got Sawyer Wilson leading off, the UCA commit, who had a single back in the third inning. He does it again. They cut the lead in half right here.
Yeah, you got to imagine. I mean, naturally, at the very least, you got to get a run here if you're Benton. But, man, you're thinking 2 runs is what you really need at the very most, or at the very least.
Yeah, Sawyer wants to get something he can drive to the right side of the field to at least get 1 run in, stay out of the corners.
Takes the changeup in there for a called strike.
I'll give it to Landon Martin. I haven't seen a right-handed pitcher throw that many changeups to right-handed hitters in Arkansas high school baseball in a long time. So kudos to you, Levi Martin.
Levi Martin has done a trusted his stuff, to say the least. No balls and a strike to Sawyer Wilson. Curveball that time catches the outer half, and it's 0-2.
Ball kind of confused Keaton Mathis back there behind the plate. Mathis thought it was going to be a little bit further out. It kind of caught him right there at the last moment.
It's a good job by the catcher to realize that. Not that he needed to frame it, but he did, and that sold it even more. Now if you're Sawyer Wilson, got to protect. 0-2. Crouches down in the stance. Martin trying to put him away. 0-2 curveball is popped up in to the outfield. Right fielder coming over, makes the catch. They're going to wave the runner home from third. We'll have a play. Did they get him? No! Just ahead of the tag on the dive was Noah Robertson. That was nearly a double play, but the Panthers are able to get a run in, and they cut the lead to 6.
Yeah, Keaton Mathis comes up and says, hey, we want to challenge that. Sorry, bub, we cannot challenge that. Is on only the bottom of the 4th inning. But see the replay right here. I think he's got it looks like he got him right there on the lower back before he got in there, but Robertson, here's a good angle at it right here. Let's see where the hand is when he gets the tag. Nope. Home plate umpire Bryant Bowerman had a great eye on the ball. He was third base extended like he was supposed to be. He could see if there was any daylight in between the tag and when he got into home plate right there. So now it's 10-4.
That's right.
Another productive out.
Another productive out. Still only 2 hits for Benton, but they've got 4 runs to show for it. You need at least a run. You'd love another one here.
Great throw by Owen Roach as
sure
well.
Was, man. It's a deep play there and right. Roach with a cannon. Marcus Bates now batting with the runner at third and 2 gone. And the first pitch is chopped foul. He was way out in front of that.
You know, a lot of teams, they would have looked and said, okay, let's concede that run and try to keep the guy at second base and throw. But no, with Owen Roach out there, like, all right, let her rip. He was shallow enough. That's where you know your outfield depth and know your arm strength out there for the Blazers.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Charging. Glove from Driscoll. Throw to first is high, but he got him. And the Panthers are done in the home half, but they do get a run. A little bit of life for the Panthers. It's 10-4 Valley View as we move to the 5th.
As our nation marks 250 years, we honor the heroic service and sacrifice of our military and their families. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Noah Wiley, Melissa Leo, Andy Grammer, Mickey Guyton, Jamie Johnson, Mary McCormick, Laura Osnes, and Alan Jackson. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Tomorrow evening at 7.
Hey. Hey, you. We know what you did. And We think you're just the most magnificent person ever because you support public television, and you did it by donating your car to our station. Vehicle donations like yours bring significant funding to the quality news and programming you turn to every day. So now, it's time to celebrate you and all of our supporters that keep us going.
We roll on into the top of the 5th. J.B. Brazil alongside Kevin Bohannon and the rest of our wonderful Arkansas TV sports crew. Still got one more to follow. 5A softball championship. Benton will be around for that one also, K-Bo.
Yeah, just fans can just mosey right on over to the softball complex. You got Michael Westbrook. Bobby Swafford will be on the call for that game.
Two of the best for Benton and Farmington in the 5A softball state championship. Hard to believe that's the final game of the spring season. The 2025-26 athletic season for high school sports. How about that?
Yeah, I got to go back into hibernation after this one.
It's been a fun year. Curveball from Evan Campbell to begin against Cannon Driscoll, and it's 0-2.
Little hammer right there by Evan Campbell. Love to see it. See how Driscoll responds with 2 strikes on him right here.
Coach Peyton Trewitt going to love that, and he almost gets the strikeout just off the plate from Campbell.
A little 12-6 action right there. Was just off the outside. And what we're looking for, and the umpire's looking for, if the catcher can keep it within his frame, shoulder to shoulder, it's likely to be a strike, and it was just outside right there.
1-2, trying to bust him up and in. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball bounced in the turf, and now it's full.
Yeah, Campbell kind of off balance a little bit right there, falling off to the first base side. He needs to drive that lower half towards the plate, present your chest towards the catcher. He just kind of fell off and lost his balance right there.
Valley View trying to put another leadoff hitter aboard. They've done it time and time again throughout the season. Really, in this game, they've just been pesky.
Yeah. Driscoll, this batter right here, Cannon Driscoll, just shows you what kind of game this has been. He started out 0-2, and now you've got 3-2 count, and he fouls it off.
Just what you want from your 9-hole hitter, and he keeps hanging tough.
Yeah, Campbell's got to be thinking, I lost him when I had him 0-2 and gave up on the pitches. Now he's just trying to get something by him and not lose him.
And, that's the fine line, right? You see a lot of pitchers that can get ahead 0-2, but then they attack too much, and they pay for it. Two-strike home runs or extra base hits. But then there's the other side of the coin where you're ahead 0-2, and then you flirt too much, and you nibble, and you're too nonchalant.
Yeah, you've seen that at the collegiate level in Major League Baseball. It's just, that was my pet peeve, 0-2 and hit somebody, then 0-2 and walk somebody.
Yeah. And that's going to happen here for Campbell. How about the at-bat for Cannon Driscoll, down 0-2, and he works a walk on elevated pitch count.
Now the problem is you got the top of the lineup coming back up with Owen Roach. He's 1 for 3, had a single last inning. Came around to score. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game.
His 4th at-bat of the game. And when you had your 4th at-bat and you're in the 5th inning, that's where you know your offense has done a good job.
Yeah, you've scored a few runs at that point.
That's right. Good place to be in a title game. First pitch to Roach, misses outside on the off speed. Leadoff runner aboard. You got to keep in the back of your mind that Blazers are going to run at any moment. 1-0 pitch, not going, and that one's popped up. Foul ground. Running out of real estate, though, and it will land out of play.
Yeah, Roach right there knows it just got out in front right there. Roach is one of those guys. He's a gap-to-gap hitter, JB, and talking about, look, he really doesn't pull anything too much, but he stays in the middle of the field and he hits just line drives. He's a line drive hitter.
There's a reason he bats at the top of the lineup. That's the very reason.
He's hit throughout the lineup in his career at Valley View.
Check on the runner at first. It's a high throw, but Mitchum, the starting pitcher for Benton, able to corral the throw.
We talked about it at the onset of the game. You got 18 college commits or signees in this game.
Yeah.
That's what you love to see about Arkansas high school baseball.
Huge crowd on hand for this one. It helps when Benton's playing in both of them, but Valley View's traveled well also. Another pickoff move.
Yeah, I started getting messages on Thursday from the Valley View faithful. What time do we need to get there? We know it's going to be limited, but I think they fit everybody in here very well. AAA and the Hot Springs. Majestic Park's done a great job of hosting this event.
They sure have. They host the GAC Baseball Championships also. It's a top-notch facility, to say the least. That misses up and away 2-1. You've got volleyball state championships here. You got basketball state championships here. Now you got baseball, softball. You got cheer. You got soccer. Cross country, you name it, everything but football. That's still at War Memorial, but darn near everything else is down here in the small city.
And Valley View can really blow it open right here. This is a critical at bat for Benton right here.
3-1 to the top of the lineup. Another free pass, and Valley View just needs 4 more runs.
Yeah, you got to think that Mark Ballesteri is going to come out and make a mound visit right here.
Man, it's almost as if you're a crystal ball there, Kevin Bohannon, because as the moment you said that, Ballesteri, it's almost like he looked up here in the booth at you and said, oh, did you say that, Kevin? Okay, I'm going to go out and talk to him.
I'm giving him the sign to go to the pen. You know, Coach Ballesteri been in this game for a long time. You know, say, hey, bud, appreciate your effort. Let's go. I think they're going to go to Sawyer Wilson next. The junior third baseman's going to roll back in, if I'm not mistaken. Wilson's going to compete in the zone. He's going to be mid to upper 80s. He's got a really good arm.
I think that's going to be the call. So Benton will head to the pen. Looks like Sawyer Wilson. It's 10-4, but the Blazers have got runners at first and second. We'll return here in just a moment.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
Tomorrow morning at 11.
Well, Benton heading to their third pitcher of the game, and they're going to the fireballer. Sawyer Wilson's got some velo. Coming into a 10-4 affair. He's just trying to keep it that way, give his Panthers a chance here at the top of the fifth.
Yeah, Wilson's going to be a fastball, curveball. Does a really good job. He's a junior right here. He's already committed to play at the University of Central Arkansas. One of the top players in that 2027 class. We talk about the talent that's been coming out of the state of Arkansas recently. Over 100 players this past fall, JB, signed to play college baseball at the next level, whether it be NAI, junior college, Division I, II, or III. It's great to see all the junior colleges in the state of Arkansas. South Ark's been back to the JUCO World Series. And, of course, the Division I schools have been just getting better every year.
Yeah.
Little Rock's back in the OVC championship game for the second time in as many years. They got to beat, I believe it's Eastern Illinois twice. But they're back in the state in the conference title game.
Central Arkansas was a game away from being the #1 seed in the Atlantic Sun. Arkansas is all the way good. Arkansas State, a high RPI. And then even UAPB's making jumps from what they used to be.
Yeah, they made some noise in SWAC. They had an upset in round one, and they've just done a really good job around the state. It's good to see. You know, we had a potential of four teams to hit 30 wins, and Little Rock got 33 wins for the first time in many years.
There's a ground ball for Mathis to short, might be 2. Flip to second for 1, and a 6-4-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Sawyer Wilson.
Exactly, that's what you want right there. Wilson coming in, getting the ground ball, limiting the damage right there. Good job by Marcus Bates, slowing it down. 6-4-3. Good stretch by Mitchum over there at first base.
When that ball's hit that hard and you're Bates and you know that, you're able to wait, step through it, and a nice soft throw. Just take your time and make the throw, and that's exactly, he set that up perfectly from the get-go.
Yeah, and that's what you want. Keep your feet moving at shortstop. All of our young baseball players out here watching, they're watching this game live or on TV, on Arkansas TV. Keep your feet moving on the infield. That's the key.
Barrett Mallett continues the tear in the state title game. Sophomore, another RBI knock. Man, has he been good. His second RBI single of the day.
Yeah, the sophomore came in. He 0 for 2 starting the game, had a strikeout in the third inning, but back-to-back base knocks for the sophomore, back-to-back RBIs. God, he's just a sophomore too, JB, so you got to like what he's going to have in front of him, leading the Blades, hitting in the 3-hole as a sophomore.
And that was a missile past the diving third baseman in Bateman. Brings in Levi Martin now. He takes a first pitch strike. Martin's had a good day, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a strikeout.
Yeah, just Martin does a good job of shooting the ball back up the middle.
Curveball might have expanded the zone, and he fouls it back.
Yeah, Martin's got that, or excuse me, Wilson has that real tight curveball. It's going to have 12-6 action, so it's going to, if you remember Kevin Kopp's cutter, how late it fell out, it's going to be like Wilson. It's not going to be as good, I promise, viewers, but Wilson's curveball just falls off the table at the end right there, and he can even throw it out of a slide step like he did right there, so that just shows you it's got really good spin.
This time the curveball, oh man, just a little bit high.
Yeah, the Micah Bates right there is going to apologize real quick to Bryant Bowerman. You can kind of see him turn his head like, sorry about that. He didn't mean to show him up right there, and he didn't, but he just got a little excited.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on the move. That one's high. Throw to second. Not going to be in time. So another stolen base. What are we at now, 181?
Yeah, yes. That's 4 for the day.
Yeah, 181. There's a good jump, and that throw, even if a good one, he might have had him if it's not a one-hop, but it would have had to have been on the money.
Yeah, good job by Barrett Mallett to stay on the bag right there.
It's tough when you're sliding on this turf. Curveball that's fouled away now, so Martin hanging tough.
The key thing with that, he puts another runner in scoring position.
Yep, that's right.
Even when Valley View was up 12-2 last week, they were still running on Van Buren because they saw what Benton scored 9 runs in the inning against Greene County Tech. They wanted to make sure they could continue with the lead.
2-2 hit sharply to third, knocked down by Bateman. Recover, strong throw to first, and the Panthers are out of the inning, but Valley View adds a run. They're back up by 7 as we move to the home half.
Tomorrow at 11:30.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
What a beautiful venue it is here at Majestic Park. So great to have baseball and softball here in the Spa City. Beautiful facilities here at Hot Springs, and it has been really marquee for any team that's been here. If you come to watch these live, it's been a treat, both softball and baseball. Really top-notch facilities.
Yeah, and we've had it in a few different places. We've had it at Benton, we've had it at UCA, we've had it in Fayetteville. It's just great to have everything right here in Hot Springs at Majestic Park. Troy Mitchell, the staff here, done a great job. I'm looking forward to coming back down here for the next 4 years.
Well, Valley View once again has jumped into the record books in the stolen base department. They set the record with 230. You mentioned that earlier, but they're up there again. Top 10 for sure. Make it 8th all time as they have jumped in with, 182 stolen bases, ties with Westside Greers Ferry back in 2022.
Yep, Coach Shane Davis, Westside Greers Ferry, lost in the first round this year to the Taylor Tigers, 7-5. Eagles are always good.
That they are.
Brooks Hip had a really good season. He hit close to 600 in his senior year. Yeah, he had a phenomenal year. So wish Brooks a lot of success in college.
Brings in Easton Snellings to lead things off for Benton as they trail 11-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Snellings has had a good career as just a sophomore. And he said his father could swing the stick as well. I think he comes by it naturally.
Yeah, athletic family, and played with, Brady's brother-in-law. We played softball together, and then brother-in-law, both brother-in-laws. Had a lot of talent on the field.
Snelling 0 for 1 today with a walk. He's out in front of that one. So a 2-strike count.
Yeah, even the bat wiggles kind of like Davalon. And
it does.
Yeah, Davalon is number 6 in the top 30 in the prospects on the Dodgers organization right now. He's off to a great start in his pro career after being a first-round draft pick along with Zach Root. Dodgers organization. Gage Wood, congratulations, made his first start in Class AA last night. We will get to see Gage Wood against former Arkansas Prep stars Caden Wallace and Marcus Brown next week. They play for the Harrisburg Senators.
Marquee matchup. Snellings strikes out for that first out. But that swing you're talking about, Casey Martin kind of did similar, where he kind of brings it over the top after they're done swinging. More of a control thing.
That's going to bring up A.J. Houston. And the name familiar, Alyssa Houston, former softball great at Benton, playing for the Stanford Lady Cardinal out on the left coast.
How about that? I like how you left off an S because that's right. That's Cardinal.
Right. It's a tree, not a bird.
Correct. Well, that's a good family there, too. Athletic, you name it. A.J. Houston comes by it honestly. Senior year, hoping this he goes out with the bang. They're going to need a comeback, down 7 with just 8 outs to work with. Martin has been good. This one's grounded to that left side. Third baseman Mallet up with it on to first until we're gone.
2 outs right there, 2 quick outs. Really good job by Levi Martin, being competitive in the zone. Another changeup. He's about 50% changeup right now, JB. Doesn't matter, right, left. Let's see if Caleb Curry can get it going with 2 outs. He's had 2 productive outs so far today. Ground outs to third base, bunt to third base. Or first base, excuse me. But he has got to get hit right here to keep it going.
And you can't have a productive out here.
Yeah, with nobody on, yeah.
But he has been productive in both of his at-bats. RBI 0 for 2 today. Levi Martin has already thrown a changeup to begin the at-bat. Hit the outer corner. 0-1's a curveball that misses low. Maybe out as well.
I was talking to Chris Curry a couple weeks ago before their game with Arkansas State, and he said his son already knows that, look, I'm probably going to go the junior college route. I'm a little undersized right now, but he's got good bat-to-ball skills. And he knows that, look, if I want to play at a high level, I'll probably have to start off at the junior college level before I make my move up because of the roster sizes now for the Division I being at 34. They've shrunken down. So he knows starting out in high school, look, I'm going to have to play and, play my way into a spot.
Well, he already picked up that changeup. He let him know what the hand motion. Grounds this off the pitcher, Martin. He recovers to throw, not going to be in time. Caleb Curry That's one heck of an at-bat. He showed on the pitch preview, hey, that was a changeup. I picked it up, Coach. He gave the hand signal and then rips this one back up the middle.
Yeah, great job. Great speed out of the box right there. He moves well. That Curry athleticism on display. Coach Kelby Moser, first base coach, one of the top assistants in the state right there. Now they got to roll with 2. We've seen it before in this game. Let's see if they can get it going again right here.
I know it sounds easy in theory, but it almost sounds like it's a must. But if you're Benton, you got to get a run again. You're running out of outs. You got to get something going. This one chopped to that right side. Going to be a long run for Ragsdale. Barehand throw to first. He threw it away. He threw it away. Curry's going to move to third. They'll hold the runner at first. Now Curry's coming home. Nobody's covering the plate. The throw, and they got him. What a recovery. Ragsdale from second comes home, and they get Curry at the plate to in the frame. Take another look.
Yeah, get the replay right there. Great heads-up play by Ragsdale. Knew nobody was at home. Gets the tag applied as Curry was coming in, trying to make a play right there, because Keaton Mathis was hustling to back up to throw to first right there. He did a great job, but Ragsdale just followed his throw and went home. He knew the rotation right there. He did a good job, so nobody was there, and went ahead and got it. So, at the top of the 6th, Blazers up 11-4.
Consumers today want more information on where their food comes from, on food safety, animal welfare, and environmental concerns. America's Heartland introduces you to those people at the heart of modern agricultural production. America's Heartland is farm fresh and original, giving consumers the opportunity to better understand how agriculture impacts our lives.
Tomorrow morning at 11.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas TD Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uamshealth.com.
Well, a crazy sequence a moment ago. Cabo, break it down for us.
Yep, 4. Gets past him right there. Thomas backed it up. Then the first baseman, Will Finley, saw what was going on. So you had a 4-3-4 putout right there. I don't think we've seen that very many times, but only in high school baseball.
Yeah, I mean, Curry's going to score unless Ragsdale figures out what's going on.
Yeah.
He's a heads-up player.
Yeah, he did a good job. We've talked about it before, man. He came in as a sophomore. He won a state championship, had a couple hits against Maumelle in that state title game, 5-0 win back in 2024, and was a big part of that 25 title run. And he's just a gamer. He's going to go to Panola Junior College. He's going to be a Division I player. It wouldn't surprise me if he's back at Arkansas State in a couple of years.
Well, his IQ is what has been so impressive.
Yeah.
We mentioned it earlier in the game on a play
Huge.
that he's made. It's the IQ, the stuff, the intangibles. He's got it. And that was a heads-up play. Otherwise, Curry scores with ease. Ragsdale, the only one there. He realized what was going on and was able to get the runner out at home, and that's a huge out. Not that it's over, but Benton needed something in that inning to shift things, and that was a huge out.
Yeah, Noah Ragsdale is what I call a dirt bag. He's a guy that's going to lay it all on the line. He can do the little things, the things that's going to get you dirty in a game, and do all the fundamental things, the small things right every time. Maybe he goes out there and hits 286, 290 in college. He's not going to be a 340 guy, 20 home run, but he's going to win you ball games.
So not like the Long Beach State variety, right? The dirt bags from Long Beach State.
Yeah, is it the 49ers or the dirt bags?
That's right. Depends on the sport.
Yep.
That one's fouled away to the right side.
He does have a little pop, though. I'll give him that.
He does. He's a spunky player. There's no question. He's trying to add to an 11-4 lead in the top of the 6th. He had to retrieve that foul ball.
Yeah, got to go retrieve that. Those things are like $5 a piece.
Payoff pitch is above the zone, and Ragsdale works a leadoff walk. Man, there have been a ton of leadoff walks for Valley View today.
Yeah, doing a good job of, they're your brother's keeper. That's the biggest thing that Josh Allison teaches in that program, the pack first mentality, and it's take care of your brother, and that's what they'll do. No egos get in the way on this team. If you do, you don't play. That's the big thing. No matter if you're coming into the program, you have to check your ego at the door if you're going to play for the Valley View Blazers.
Coach Allison doing it right, trying to lead them for their 3rd straight championship.
Will Finley 2 for 3 today, has a double, and he scored a couple of runs. Had a double in the 4th inning. Finley, of course, committed to Arkansas State, and Mike Silva, he's got 1 more year in Jonesboro before he stays in Jonesboro.
That's right. Finley not going to have to go far. Hometown kid.
Yeah.
He's been a good one. Let's try pickoff move to first again. That went a little bit nicer and closer from Campbell. 0-1 to Will Finley. He started this game for the Blazers on the bump. Curveball, and it hits him on the elbow guard. So now 1st and 2nd and nobody out. And the Blazers
ready to make it hurt. That's what they need. We're definitely going to play 6 innings. Me and Valley View's the visiting team right here. Benton's going to get the last at bat, but if we do get 3 runs and a hold right here, we could have an early game. Josh Allison going to get a little timeout right here. A little offensive timeout. These become more prevalent in baseball. They're going to check it down right here, make sure that Parker King knows what's going on. It wouldn't surprise me. Parker King with his speed, we saw the infield single last time, caused chaos and havoc on the base path. JB, let's see if they dial it up right here.
Yeah, it depends on the type of pitcher you're facing too. Some pitchers are easier to get a bunt down against. And, and Campbell, some of his fastballs, even his curveball, the bite. I mean, for Wilson, excuse me, not Campbell, goodness. Sawyer Wilson, the way he can pitch, sometimes it can be tougher to get that bunt down.
Yeah, it's what Josh Allison's talking about. Like, he's been heavy curveball right there. So keep the bat at the top of the zone. If it's above it, leave it alone, but you can go down. But make sure you bend your knees. Don't drop that bat head and make it pop up.
Sawyer Wilson, already an inning pitched, only give it up a hit, but he has put the first 2 base runners aboard. Looking to bunt is King. Sometimes could be a bluff, but he is squaring and showing early.
Yeah, and I promise we're not in the ear of the coaches downstairs. I promise.
Cabo just knows baseball and baseball well. King is going to get the bunt. That's a good bunt. Left side, charging third baseman. Low throw, not going to get him. It's a bunt single for Parker King. He's all smiles and well-deserved.
That boy can fly right there. Look at him. Perfect spot. The ball kind of deadened. It was a great job. Eyes behind the bat right there. You see it? Parker King out of the box. The speedster gets down there, and it didn't matter. The perfect throw. He even choked up a little bit before he hit the first base.
Boy, oh boy. Base is loaded and nobody out.
Now you got Mad Tat coming up. Sorry about that, JB.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, Mad Tat coming up right here, looking to deliver the big boom.
Well, he's got the power. Uh-oh, that one gets away from the catch. A run's going to come in to score. Ragsdale scores easily. 2nd and 3rd for the Blazers. Still nobody out.
Back in Little League, we used to get RBIs for that. Troy Mitchell over there shaking his head. Not no more.
Yeah, you probably got a snow cone after the game too, didn't you?
Dad, I had 2 RBIs. They wanted to pitch around me. They threw them in the dirt.
1 ball, no strikes to Mad Tat. Well, Wilson will step off the back of the rubber. Now, if you're Valley View, you score that runner from second base, you're up 10.
Yep, want to keep pouring it on because Benton can still score. They get last at bat, so you got to keep scoring.
Nice curveball, kind of buckled Mad Tat.
Yeah, Tatum is going to go to Jacksonville State. We mentioned earlier. He can be a two-way guy, but he can, what's he going to? He can pitch because he's got a live arm. He's a low 90s guy. They'll figure it out down there. Jacksonville State's a good program.
They sure are. Wilson likes the curveball, though. He gets ahead 1 and 2 with it. So Matt and Tatum will have to protect 1 and 2. You got to do a job here if you're Tatum in this scenario. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out in the changeup. Got him. Swing and a miss in the turf. They'll complete the strikeout on the throw to first, and it's a big out for Wilson.
Yeah, you see right there, Coach Josh Allison frustrated down there. What he needed to do was just make contact. Keep the train rolling right there. Now you're going to get Cannon Driscoll up, who led off last inning with a walk, came around to score. See if he can keep the train rolling right here. That was the first out of the inning. Madden struck out. He's got the golden sombrero today, JB.
Yeah, not what you want. Curveball into Driscoll's in there for a strike. Yeah, not in a state title game, but he's a good player. He'll shake it off. Cannon Driscoll has had a great game out of that 9 spot. Curveball hit through the hole. It's short. Infield was in. 1-run scores. We're going to have a play at the plate. The throw is late. 2-run single for Cannon Driscoll, and the Blazers are up by 10.
All of a sudden, your 9-hole hitter comes up with a 2 RBI single. The Blazers are up 14-4. See if we can get a replay of that. Josh Allison scooting down the line right there. That was great. Get it right there through the 6-hole, and Josh Allison almost beat. Let's see, was it Parker King home right there? Yep, got him in right there. Great job. Blazers a little 2-strike hitting right there by Cannon Driscoll.
Sure was. Now top of the lineup in Owen Roach. It's a great piece of hitting from Driscoll. Roach takes a curveball, bounces away. Runner moves to third, and boy, things are falling apart for Benton.
There's just no, as a pitcher against this lineup, there's no easy breaks. I mean, you can't let up. It's just every pitch is pressure, pressure, pressure. Well, I'm glad that we're not in Hoover, Alabama right now, because they're under a lightning delay.
Oh boy.
Auburn's up on Arkansas 1-0. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning right there.
There's some people that are watching right now that are saying, do not say that, Kevin Bohannon.
Hey, you talked about it yesterday. I'm not saying it's going to do it here.
Uh-oh, that one's drilled right center field. Gap shot for Owen Roach all the way to the wall. He's going to leg it for a triple. Throw to third, not in time. And Owen Roach, the senior, with a big blow, and he's looking for a three-peat.
3 times. This is his 16th state tournament appearance. That sets an Arkansas high school baseball record. The previous record holder was Slade Caldwell. He had appeared in 15 state tournament games, but gap shot right there by Owen Roach like he called it, and a triple for the senior that's headed to Panola.
You see, he was pointing at his hand. He could feel that third ring. Now for Benton, they're going to need at least 2 runs to avoid the run rule in the bottom of the 6th. And there's a runner at third with 1 out. Still more damage couldn't be done. Keaton Mathis batting now. And the curveball's in for a little bit up, actually. Still ball 1. Ground ball right side. Another base hit. Keaton Mathis, an RBI single, and Valley View is busted it wide open.
That turned into a coronation really quick. You think back, it was 4-3 at one point in the 4th inning. Valley View exploded for 6 runs that inning. It is 16-4 right here. Coach Mark Ballestero is going to pass it on to the next one right here. Let's see, he's going to talk to his infield. I think he's going to leave Wilson in. He's their best shot to get outs right here. It's like, guys, are we going to play for pride right here? That's what he's telling his Panthers. It's like, look, guys, this game's not over with. I know that's tough to say being at 16-4 in the top of the 6th, but like, look, guys, we scored 9 runs last week against Greene County Tech.
That's right. And you've had games like that. I mean, Arkansas came back from way down against South Carolina years ago, double-digit lead they came back from. Now, it's a low probability, but you got to play.
Yeah, Kentucky was down 11 runs last weekend.
That's a good example, yeah.
They tied that game up, JB.
12-12, yeah. That's exactly right. But you got to play the game. There's no time limit, right?
Yeah, there's no time limit.
You can go as long as you want, but you got to make it manageable. You got to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, that's what's great about baseball. There's no time limit. There are a limited number of outs you have, but what you do with those 21 outs, you can do whatever you want to with.
That's exactly right. Well, Barrett Mallett has had one heck of a game. He drives this one into right center field. Going to be a long run for Pelkey in the gap. Makes the catch. Got a chance to double off the runner, but the throw's offline. Scampering back to first. No problem.
Yeah, number 26, Riggs Rasmussen, has been our courtesy runner for Keaton Mathis today. Got a little extended right there, but the throw by center fielder Landon Pelkey a little off target right there to Blake Mitchum.
I think if you get it there in a hurry and you line it up, you got a chance to double him off.
Yeah.
But certainly Rasmussen off further than he would have liked.
Yeah, you're drifting away from first base right there. It's really tough, especially if you're a lefty. That's a tough throw to make because you almost have to throw across your body because it's got a natural arm side run to it.
Yep.
So you almost have to aim to the inside of first base, more towards home plate to get it back over to first base.
That's exactly right. There's a strike on the outer half to Levi Martin. And now for the Blazers, they're 3 outs away from the 3rd straight state title. Three-peat.
Their 6th straight state title game that they've appeared in.
It would be their 6th overall state championship also.
Yep. Going back to 2009, Cade Lynch threw a no-hitter in that state championship game.
What great lefty. Had a great collegiate career.
Just carved them up. 2021, they beat Magnolia. 2024 beat Maumelle. Last year they beat conference foe Marion.
And just a little bit out on that fastball. So 3-1 to Levi Martin.
Tell you what, it makes that drive back to Northeast Arkansas a lot better.
Oh, it does. It's going to be a long drive, but it's going to be a fun one. 3-1, it misses inside. Runner takes second, won't matter. Runners at first and second, and Benton's still not out of the inning yet. Down 12, they're going to need at least 3 runs now to avoid the run rule.
Yep. It's the second time Valley View has batted around in this game. They did it back in the 4th inning. Yep, 4th inning, and now they're doing it again in the 6th.
Looks like Brody Freeman's going to run over at first also. So Rasmussen's at second, Freeman's at first. And Noah Ragsdale back to the plate. He has not been retired today. He's 2 for 2 officially. 2 RBI singles, and he's walked a couple of times. Talk about going out with a bang.
Yeah. He will continue to be teammates with Owen Roach next year at Panola Junior College.
Lines it to right. He's got another base hit. They're going to wave home Rasmussen. Throw to the plate in time. The catcher didn't realize it, and Rasmussen dives around the tag. The throw beat him, Cabo, but he's able to score.
Yeah. A teaching moment right there for Micah Bates. Keeping your head in the game. The young sophomore just did. You're getting beat by 12 runs, and you just didn't pay attention right there. And it's like, oh, well, he's going to score.
Kind of almost like he didn't catch it clean. He had it in his right hand, too.
He could have tagged him with his glove all day, but, you know.
So now Will Finley will bat, the junior.
Finley has scored 3 runs today and 2 hits. He walked his last time. Well, he hit by a pitch.
Right. And he'll take a strike on the inner corner to begin the at-bat. 17-4 Valley View, and man, oh man, Finley a base hit to the outfield. Could all but seal this thing. If it isn't already.
I think we're pretty close to that.
Looking ahead, you're going to need at least 4 runs now if you're Benton. And a base hit makes it 6. You've only scored 4 once today.
Oh.
Strikeout to end the inning. So Finley's out, but Benton is down to their final 3 outs of the season. Valley View going for the 3-peat when we come back.
Hello, I'm Shay Lewis, Secretary of the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, and Chair of the Arkansas 250 Commission. Arkansas is proud to be the natural state, known for our beautiful landscapes, outdoor opportunities, and rich cultural heritage. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, Arkansas's story is an important part of that larger journey. Visit america250.ade.arkansas.gov and join us as we connect with our nation's history, celebrate Arkansas's unique story, and contribute to our state's future success.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Well, there's a look at the state championship trophy, and Valley View is 3 outs away from getting to hoist it. They can feel it. Benton's going to need a lot of magic. It's 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Panthers, and Robertson leads things off, pokes the first pitch foul against Levi Martin.
Yeah, Levi Martin looking for his 11th win of the season. He picked up his 10th win of the season in the first round of the state tournament, 3-hit shutout, a 1-0 win over Alma. So this will be his second win of the state tournament in 2026.
The Blazers 17 runs on 16 hits. Panthers 4 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. And a team that has not needed no help scoring runs today. There's a drive into right center field. That's going to be a long run. Trouble to the gap. It's off the wall. Robertson, extra bases. A leadoff double for the Panthers. And Robertson says, hey, we're not done yet.
Not yet. Robertson's headed to Seminole Junior College. Really good JUCO.
That is.
Showing good power to the opposite field right there. Robertson gets it to the gap and gets a double. First extra base hit for the Panthers today. They can keep it rolling with the bottom of the lineup right here.
That's right. Going to need a lot more where that came from.
Got eight more of them.
As Micah Bates stands in. First pitch, fouled straight back. And this is where, and you mentioned games like this in Martin, and you love to see it. He's just attacking the zone. That's one where he was trying to throw a strike. Maybe too much so, but you're okay with it. You want to throw strikes in this scenario.
Absolutely. I think that's the first hit he's allowed, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been dynamite, yeah.
Sawyer Wilson had a hit in the first. How many hits is that for Benton today? 3?
It's just their 5th.
Yeah, Caleb Curry had a hit last inning.
That's right. There's a pop-up foul. Slicing out of play, giving chases the first baseman Finley, but he will quickly run out of room.
We talked about it. This Benton team is very talented. They've got 7 kids that are going to play college baseball in the junior or senior class. 6 of those seniors. Sawyer Wilson's the junior, but their sophomore class is really good. Mark Ballesteri always has a good program. They've made 20 straight state tournament appearances. And the highest classifications. That's really tough to do. You're finishing at least in the top 4 of your classification of your conference every year.
To be consistently that good it takes a coach that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing it the right way.
A lot of community support, a lot of really good youth baseball in Saline County.
1-2 to Bates, chop to that right side. Ragsdale gobbles it up, throws on to first, moves the runner to third, but now Benton's down to their final 2 outs of the season.
Yeah, Landon Pelkey's going to come up. He had a walk back in the 3rd inning, came around to score. We'll see if he can keep it rolling right here. Just make contact to drive Robertson in.
Pelkey, a sophomore.
3 sophomores in this line. No, 4 sophomores.
Yeah.
You got Bates, Snellings, Curry, and Pelkey.
Future is quite bright for Coach Ballesteri and company.
Yeah, I don't know how their pitching is in the future, but they always have arms down at Benton, so
they grow on trees down there is what I hear.
Man, my senior year they were so loaded. Kyle Pryor, Boyd Goodner, somebody you may know, Clay Goodwin with the University of Arkansas.
Yeah. He's still on staff.
Yeah, and they had 3 guys going the Razorbacks. And then B.J. Kettner was 93 from the mound. You just didn't know where it was going.
There's a chopper to the right side again. First baseman covers. Will Finley, too far off the bag. That allows the run to come in. That's an infield single. Off the bat of Landon Pelkey and an RBI to boot.
Oh, Levi Martin's got to be kicking himself right now. Like, PFP, baby. PFP. That's where you want to hit it no man's land right there. Now you got the top of the lineup coming back around. They can keep it rolling.
That they can. Sawyer Wilson Jr.'s already had a hit today. Grounds this to the third baseman. Might be 2. Second for 1. Valley View for the three-peat. Not going to be in time. Wilson beats it out. Benton's down to their final out, and the Blazers and the faithful fans that have trekked all the way down from the northeast corner, they can feel it.
Did you see how quick he turned that?
That was fancy.
Ragsdale's hands at second base right there. If we can get a replay on that, the replay was phenomenal. I know we got Marcus Bates coming up right here. It was a great turn to try to get Wilson. That play was close at first.
Marcus Bates, the senior, his final at bat of his high school career. What a career it's been for all these seniors. First pitch fouled away. Bates at Houston, and then also Robertson.
Yeah, here's the replay right here. Appreciate it, but went to Mallett. Mallett came up there. Watch the turn right there. Boom.
Man.
That was a bad throw, and
he almost doubled him off.
Ragsdale did a great job of getting that turn right there.
Bates trying to hang tough. 0-1. That one's lined into left field. A base hit for the senior, and his final hit of his high school career will end with a hit.
Great piece of hitting right there. Martin hangs the slider. Bates hammers it out there to left field. Just keep the train rolling. Now we're going to get sophomore Easton Snellings up.
Snellings with 2 outs, just trying to keep things going. 3 more runs is all they need, and I say that as it's been tough to come by.
3-run bomb will do it.
You sure would.
Baby Davalon.
Baby Davalon, I love it. First pitch for Martin. Snelling swings and foul tips it. The seniors, Marcus Bate, A.J. Houston, Noah Robertson, and then for Valley View, Owen Roach, Keaton Mathis, Levi Martin, Noah Ragsdale, Parker King, Madden Tatum, Cannon Driscoll, and Noah Scutero. What careers they have had. On to the next chapters of their life. And then other seniors that aren't in the starting lineup as well. Wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely. And, you know, they're learning a lot from the coaching staff. Kelby Moser, you know, will be a head coach in the state of Arkansas at a 5A or 6A school very soon. He's had opportunities to move up to different places. So a lot of talent on this team that's leaving, but they did a great job getting Benton the Panthers back to the state championship.
Martin trying to seal the deal. Snelling's trying to hang tough, and a fastball misses out. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, you've been around this game. You've seen these assistants, these programs. It takes a lot to be great. It takes a lot to be great as an assistant. You'll get your chances, but it's been a fun weekend of baseball. Benton's trying to keep it alive. Martin trying to shut the door. 1-2. Snellings grounds it right side. Panthers aren't done yet. A base hit for Snellings. Throw to the plate. Not in time. RBI single for Snellings, and the Panthers are hanging on by a thread.
Really good job of hitting right there by Easton Snellings. Goes down and gets the pitch. Now A.J. Houston has a shot to keep the train rolling. It's 17-6. Good job.
Look at that hit.
That's all he could do with that pitch right there. Just drive it to right field. Snellings has a shot to definitely be back. Just a sophomore, one of 4 sophomore starters in this lineup.
Now the senior A.J. Houston takes a changeup for a strike, arguably his final at bat of his high school career. Trying to go out with a bang. Martin trying to make sure it does not happen though. 0-1 from the righty is a fastball and a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, really good job by Martin right there to keep it on the black on the outer third of the plate right there. does not want to come into A.J. Houston. If he does, it's going to be 17-9.
Certainly the case. 0-2.
See if he rolls him up with off speed right here.
Goes off speed, chopped to third. That should do it. Mallet, throw to first, and it's over! Valley View for the third straight year atop the 5A mountain.
Rack them up, Blazer fans. Valley View are champions once again. Make it 3 straight, make it a three-peat in Class 5A in the state of Arkansas. The powerhouse, the pack. Josh Allison's squad gets their 3rd straight state championship.
The dynasty continues. The Blazers get it done again. A whopping 17-6 victory over the Panthers. And I'm going to tell you right now, Cabo, what a fun game it was. But the Blazers brought the bats, and they kept them coming.
It was 16 hits. They put pressure on Benton the entire game. They got the starter out, Blake Mitchum. Did a good job. This game was 4-3 at one point, fans. And Valley View just kept putting on the pressure every pitch. They got the hits, 16 hits in the game, JB. Benton didn't help themselves with a couple of errors, and Valley View just kept going and got their mercy rule win in 6 innings.
17-6, the final. We'll step aside, have the trophy presentation, and our player of the game. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
As our nation marks 250 years, we honor the heroic service and sacrifice of our military and their families. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Noah Wiley, Melissa Leo, Andy Grammer, Mickey Guyton, Jamie Johnson, Mary McCormick, Laura Osnes, and Alan Jackson. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Tomorrow evening at 7.
Join the ranks of corporate sponsors and business partners at Arkansas TV. Your support will shine a light on your business with recognition on air and at major community events. Plus, our viewers love the businesses that underwrite their favorite programs. Showcase your company while making a meaningful impact on lifelong learning. Partner with Arkansas TV to build a brighter future for our state.
Want to see more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas TV on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand. Scan the QR code to subscribe now.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Welcome back to Majestic Park in the wake of the Valley View Blazers' 6th overall state championship, but their 3rd in a row. And Kevin, what a game it was. But again, Valley View flexing their muscle, and they showed why they're the best team in all of 5A.
Yeah, 31 runs scored in the last 2 games. They beat Van Buren 14-2 in the semifinals. Took care of business against the Benton Panthers. Another #1 seed. They knocked out the West #1 in the semifinals, 14-2, and then of course the Central champs right there. And here come the highlights right here. Close game to start out. Get the ground ball right there to Marcus Bates. Bates could not handle it, and then they just kept putting the pressure on. Barrett Mallet shoots one through the right side. That would score a couple of runs for the Blazers. And then Noah Ragsdale does his job, single to left field, scores another run, and then it just kept going. Will Finley with a double to left field. Ragsdale would come around to score. Parker King with an infield single right there. He would come around to score. Good 6-4-3 double play by the Panthers right there to get Keaton Mathis. Curry right there, and a heads-up play by Noah Ragsdale back in the 5th inning right there. And then they poured it on again in the 6th inning. 2-run score on that triple by Owen Roach, his 3rd straight state title. Gets one for the ring right there. And you see the final out over to Will Finley. He's going to come back for another year, trying to go 4 for 4. And the Blazers are once again your 5A state champions. And Valley View fans, you can celebrate the Blazers' victory with official championship gear. It is now available. Visit www.arkansashighschoolsports.com to find the apparel and memorabilia.
Well, as fun as this one has been, there's still one left. For Benton fans, they've got a chance at least to win one state title in baseball and softball. The softball team a chance against Farmington. That's coming up here at 7 o'clock, the final game of the 2025-2026 athletic season. Should be a lot of fun. That's going to do it for us, though, for this one. Please join Bobby and Michael for the 5A softball championship. For my partner, Kevin Bohannon, and the rest of our wonderful crew here at Arkansas TV Sports, it's been a pleasure. I'm JB Brazil, signing off. We'll see you next time.